Yeah. Why is it so pixelated?
I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, I
quite
can read,
okay,
yeah.
I think.
Um,
Yeah.
Linear law, September holiday. I see. The linear law is after the exam, right? The linear law is after the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, understand. Yeah, that's why it's not in. Okay. So application, government transformation of function.
Yeah. Our teacher said that like even though there's like a buffer week to complete syllabus, we're already like almost done. So it's not that bad, I think. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hmm. You have
And for
already
CMAth for
covered
complete.
R formulae. You have already covered. No, you have not covered R formulae. Right? Because by right, that's the
I
week
think that
one. There's almost no way you did this as year one. Cannot be. Like
what?
look at your schedule for a while. Schedule wise, you're
Yeah.
supposed to start your trigo in the in before June holiday, which didn't happen, right? That didn't happen at all, right? You started trigo like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, correct or not? Look at your schedule. Week 4 to
Uh-huh.
9, March after March holiday, trigonometric functions. Now that didn't happen lah. You're way slower than that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means I'm looking at what they call the R formulae. The R formulae
Uh-huh.
is supposedly week 3 after June holiday, lah. Supposedly lah, yeah. But do you know whether you have finished R formulae or not?
Is it the like wait, how do I explain it? It's like the it's in my worksheets. It's like the R sign, like
Theta, R cosine
yeah.
theta, and
Yeah.
that's new.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
supposed to be new. That's supposed to be new.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you
My
are
teacher,
there lah. You are there.
yeah.
Okay, then look at after R formulae.
Like
There's so many things after R formulae. Okay, I cannot believe my eyes.
yeah.
Now, what does your teacher mean by you're ahead? Because according to this schedule, you are not ahead. And I think this schedule is a bit crazy lah. So what do you mean by ahead by your teacher?
Like my I don't know, my teacher said that even though we're supposed to have like a buffer week to complete the syllabus, we should be done
Mhm.
by the time like we go for September holidays. We should be like done.
So you're
Yeah.
saying that your teacher wants to complete everything after the R formulae, the applications and
Yeah.
everything after that? Because after that,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see
She said,
the 4.8 and then 5.1. 5.1 is already different from trigonometry.
yeah. Wait, wait, wait. No, no, no. Everything that's like before this, like everything that is before like the EOY, we're gonna be tested for it in the EOY. So yeah, we're supposed to finish that.
You are supposed to finish until 5.6. Let me confirm that one more time. 5.6.
Uh,
So that means
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
because it's
whole
gonna be
chunk
tested.
after trigo.
Yeah, yeah.
There is oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
But my teacher says that
Mm.
it's achievable apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
achievable to cover in class lah. Do in exam is a totally different thing lah.
Oh yeah. But like our core
Ai.
math schedule is like a lot less crazy. Like the only thing we had we're like completely on schedule because this week is like what week 5, right? And we're already done with congruence and similarity, which was supposed to be done like I don't know week 7. So like core math was very
Mm.
achievable.
I mean, I know,
Yeah.
but
Wait, are we even supposed to learn this in year 3?
you're learning way too much in year 3. In a sense of doing the exam properly, learning is so easy, huh? Just listen to the teacher lah. Yeah lah, teacher cover fast also can lah. And then wait until you see the exam questions. I doubt your school are the easy questions type, right? I doubt that. I really doubt
And,
that.
and how are we supposed to do this? Like, because
你问我，我问谁？
just this subject, like for every single STEM subject, we have more content than anyone else. Like they'll give us a separate worksheet that says IP content, and then I'm like, oh, this
It's
is
nuts.
fun.
No, it's nuts. It's nuts. Preparing for exam. Look, studying per topic is easy, Preparing 25 topics for exam is nuts lah. And that's for one subject. I don't know. Maybe what your teacher meant is that compared to last year, oh, this year is doing better. I mean, but your school is special lah. Look. I'm saying things that dampen your spirit. But let me confirm one more thing. I didn't intend to say that, but a bit crazy lah. Tell me,
Wait, if
after
we
the end
do
of
this,
year,
that means
right?
there's 4 topics left for next year.
Okay,
Okay.
but no. No matter what you did this year, okay? No matter what you did, next year there'll be the super big chunk called calculus. Calculus is
Oh
worse than
yeah.
trigonometry. So calculus is
Yeah.
like, according to the whatever your final year later, that will be around 30%. But
Yeah,
that
everything
30%
like that.
chunk
Yeah.
is crazy. It's crazy. But there isn't no point rushing this year. It really has no point, because then if this year your foundation is very weak,
You'll be really screwed. Yeah. Like a lot of my
you know,
seniors said that.
it
Like
doesn't make sense,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Let me just understand the situation. So end of year is before the September holiday, right? Where we are rushing to complete all
No,
that because of OBS,
no,
right? You
no,
just
no, no,
want
no.
to go.
C
Mhm.
math end of year. I sent it to you already. C math end of
It's
year is before the exam, before the September holidays.
okay,
But
good. And
A
then
math
AMAT?
year is like at the normal end of year time.
Oh,
Like the
normal.
yeah, I
Wait,
sent it to September.
If that is normal, which makes just a little bit more sense, does that mean that linear law will be in?
Hmm?
You see, there's a linear law right at the end, right at the
Yeah.
end, 6 points. So linear law should also be in for end of year.
No, no. Because my end of year,
So
end of year from
is
7 to 11 October, and then only after that, then we'll do.
exam part two. Exam part
Yeah.
two. Okay.
And linear
I
law,
see.
we're gonna do like when school closes because we're being made to go back for extra lessons.
Yeah, nonsense.
Yeah,
Nonsense.
I'm probably not gonna go, but yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I understand the situation.
Wait, do you think I can learn? Do you think I can learn it well enough to do the exam?
I tend to be straight to the point, Ken.
Uh-huh.
I think maybe 90% of your class cannot do well.
Oops.
If doing well means A, I have an impression that you guys think that doing well means A lah,
Yeah,
right?
it means like 80.
So yeah, it means 80 plus. That's nonsense lah. You haven't seen the exam. You haven't seen the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, per topic is easy one, right? Per topic is easy. But I ask you 2 topics before this topic, everybody will concuss, right?
Yeah.
Um, but what I'm trying to say is this. What I'm trying to say is not everybody will fail. What I'm trying to say is it's very normal for people to choke on A math during Sec 3,
Mm-hmm.
whether it is your school, which is a bit more ambitious, or other schools. It's pretty normal. I've only seen people do A math very well on schools that manage their time very well. Your school does not manage the time well.
Really.
It's a matter of time management. It's a matter of giving your students time to breathe, time to prepare. Throughout all my students right now,
Mm-hmm.
I have maybe two schools which manages their student time very well. And so they do well. It's very simple. The
Mm.
rest is a bunch of mess, whether too slow or too fast. In your case, it's too fast. And as a result, we just choke at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So 90% of the student. And what I'm trying to say is something like this. Let me think carefully. Just now you asked me, will you do well or not, right? That's what you
Mm-hmm.
asked me. I believe that means you want more confidence.
I want to know if it's achievable.
Mm. What is achievable is this. I'll tell you what is achievable. Make sense or not? I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you what's achievable. What is achievable is you focus on the parts that will matter a lot next year.
Okay.
So next year, this thing will happen again, right? But in a bigger, even bigger chunk because of calculus. I hope that makes sense, right? Calculus cannot be ignored. Calculus will be. So if you focus on the things that matter next year, this year, whatever you got, you will carry over. If
Okay.
you only strive to score well, whatever that means, most of the time, people forget what happened this year. After this
Okay.
year, lah, and then moving on to next year. And that is very bad because that means next year everything piles up. The whole thing repeats. But if you simply choose what matters the most, no matter what is your score this time, let's say your score is okay. What is the score that makes you feel unhappy? End of year. Tell me a score that doesn't make you feel happy
For math, if I don't pass, I'll be
for
really
A
happy.
math.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
need
not passing means what? Not passing means how many percent?
50.
Okay, so let's say 50%. Okay, in fact, you get 49%. Let's just pretend that 49%. Okay, but if the 49% are really solid stuff that you can carry over to next year, I will tell you why that improves your next year. Because right now you can only do half of Sec 3, correct? Let's just pretend that that's what you achieve, half of Sec 3
Yeah.
at the end of Sec 3, okay? But you move on to Sec 4, I usually teach my student calculus before calculus starts. And then the calculus becomes okay. That's a requirement, by the way. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. I teach them in a very concise manner, right? As a result, the Sec 4 has no problem. Your experience in Sec 4 should not be what you're experiencing right now, playing catch up. It's very tiring, very tiring.
Mm-hmm.
Then, because Sec 4 calculus is 30%, and then you do well, right? 30% of the whole final thing, you just combine that with half of Sec 3. Suddenly, you have a very big chunk of next year's exam done already, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
is a simple matter at that point to achieve a score A at
Mm-hmm.
that point. However, if in this year you do things in a way that never affects next year, that means
Mm-hmm.
you just repeat the same thing, then next year you'll be in a lot of trouble. A bigger
Mm-hmm.
trouble, but a bigger trouble. So that is what I advise all my students to do because most people will choke. Only those whose school manages their time well will not choke. Okay,
Um,
so I'm basically saying that it's not your fault right now. You're saying?
yeah. Oh yeah, because we don't have a lot of teachers in school anymore because like everyone is quitting. So yeah.
Uh, tell me a bit more about this. So what's happening here?
Basically
This
my
is
math teacher didn't come for like a couple of weeks, remember? So
you
like
told me.
we're more behind than the other A math classes. Yeah. And because
Did you repeat? Sorry, what? Did you repeat that again?
because my A math teacher didn't come for a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we're more behind than the other A math classes. And because not every teacher can teach us because they're not qualified or whatever. So like because we don't learn the same as like the O level stuff. So sometimes we just
Okay.
don't have a teacher when our teacher doesn't come. Yeah.
And your teacher will be quitting.
No, I don't think not her. She just hasn't come in a while. And then like the other A math teacher got replaced. So I don't know what's going on.
Who
Yeah.
said to you guys that you are ahead of schedule? Who said that?
Hmm?
Which
My
teacher said that to you?
my A math teacher that hasn't come in that didn't come for 2 weeks. She said that, oh, it looks
You guys
achievable
are
to
ahead.
no, she didn't say ahead. She said it looks really achievable and fine
Oh wow.
of us and that we are at a good speed and like ahead. And then I was like, since when? But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean somebody is high lah.
yeah. Mm.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me, yeah. No
Mm-hmm.
matter how many more topics you have compared to O level, there are
Mm-hmm.
certain realities which are the same one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In general, our formula will be big marks, the
Yeah, yeah.
biggest mark in trigonometry. But it is also true that our formula is generally easier than most things. In A math, the big marks one are not always the hard ones. For example, linear law later will be big marks, but if you know a certain things, it becomes very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, logarithm are 4 marks, but it doesn't mean it's very easy lah. It doesn't mean that, right? The worst offender is called the discriminant.
Oh yeah.
That thing is the worst offender. Study for so long already, still only formal and still very difficult to get one, right? I don't know. That's a reality. Now, for our formula, if that is what we talk about today, I want to make sure that you can do most of them, lah, right? But let's talk about what we do this today first, because there's no point talking about the impending disaster. So, what do you want to do today besides the CMAT? Is CMAT what you want to do today?
No. I wanna do trickle as much as possible. Because for CMAF, I know it's just like me
Okay.
being careless. Yeah.
Okay. For now, I'll ignore CMAT. Okay. CMAT is easy to catch up, no
I
matter
would
what.
myself, yeah.
I think we gotta use we gotta transition to paper very soon,
Okay.
because when we prepare for exam, like it or not, paper is just better, right?
Yeah.
So why don't, when we have time right now, why don't we just set up the phone holder? It's very easy. Okay, starting with you lah. Okay, can we do that? Okay, so you take your phone holder. It's very weird. Okay, I'm gonna help you with it.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me get it. Let me get it. Wait, mommy. Wait, mommy. Can you pass me the phone holder thing? Yeah.
Okay. The phone holder will need your phone, and your phone need to have Zoom. So I need to ask you to on your phone Zoom first, because then you can show me the phone holder, and then we can start, putting it together. Okay, so you take your time, set up the Zoom.
Okay. Okay.
Once you're ready, you turn on your video.
Yeah, let me just get like full step picture. I already set up.
Okay, good. I can see something. So just put your phone somewhere so I can see your phone holder. I can help you quite easily,
Oh,
right?
I already said
Okay. So it's not like this. I guarantee you it's not like this one. It's not like this. Just you must put your phone somewhere because you need both your hands. Put your phone
okay.
somewhere so that I can see the phone holder and you need both your good. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So now let me
Yeah,
tell you what's happening now. First of all, the base screw, right? The white thing, okay? The white thing, the base screw, the one that you put
yeah.
your stuff in. Can you make sure that it's screwed properly? If not, it will drop.
It's what?
Okay, put it, yeah, the white base, the white base. Let me see the white base. No,
Oh,
what?
big.
The remote thingy. Can you just make sure that everything is stable there, just to make sure it's stable, right?
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, looks like this is a new model. Still very good. It is better. Okay, now I want you to pull the head up 2 joints. The
Mm-hmm.
head up. Yeah, this is a very sturdy thing. So you use your strength, good. Okay, but only the top joint. That's the bottom joint is okay, but pull the top one. Yeah, just pull the whole top thing. Click. Okay, one. Okay, I did it. There's a special joint there. You just
Yeah.
reveal. Yes, that joint will allow you to do a 90 degree. Do a 90 degree, please. 90 degree to the other side. That special joint will no, not that one. The special joint that just pop up. The thing that just pop up will allow you to do a 90 degree. If you cannot, you have to pop it up a bit more. So pull it up a bit more. Pull it up a
Like
bit
this.
more and okay. Yeah, I cannot see it right now.
Oh, with this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. There's a 90 degree. Okay. I want you to do 90 degree the other way first. See whether you can or not. Just checking whether you can. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. This is a new model. I understand. This model is better. Okay. Good. Now and then this whole head, I want you to turn. No, not like that. No. The other way. The other way. The one more way. There's one more way to turn. I want you to do how do I explain this? I want you to yeah, like that. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, this is the appropriate thing for your phone. Your jaw is facing up.
like this.
Okay, then yes, I want your main camera down, not your selfie camera. Your main camera down, your screen up. Okay. Okay, that means you can switch the camera. Very good.
Wait, let me just.
Okay. Yeah, switch the camera. Okay. Okay, you put it on the jaw, screen up, main camera down.
Got it.
Okay, good. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, last thing I want you to do is that you will notice that your zoom is on the portrait mode. I want you to make your phone into a landscape mode. You know what? You just flip the phone like that to make it into a landscape mode. Make sure it's not locked.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then that will be perfect. Yeah. Landscape it. Landscape it. It's probably locked. Not yet. Not yet landscape. It's probably locked.
Wait, let me
It's
try.
not. It's not landscape. It's not landscape.
Yeah, no, I just
I
need to
really
like
mean that your
end
phone
it.
has to you have to change the mode to landscape.
Like on Zoom settings. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Not on the zoom settings, but you literally have to flip your phone. You know, it's a physical thing. You have to like flip it to landscape kind of thing. No. I don't
I
mean that.
can't.
Yeah. No, your phone is locked. Your phone is probably locked. The landscape is probably locked.
What
The
do you mean?
rotation is probably locked.
Yeah,
The
it is.
rotation is probably locked. No. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So let me on my.
Is this fine?
No, this is not what I mean. So let me on my video. You can see me for a while, right? You can see. See, it's landscape. It's landscape now. It's landscape now.
It's not.
It's landscape now. This is no, it's less landscape. You are in
Oh,
landscape. There. Yeah. And then if you put the jaw properly, you put on the jaw properly. Okay. The reason is because I know your table. Okay, never mind. So you're doing well. Just a minute, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my video. It's easier for you, right? Okay. So right. Oh, this is very good. All right. So I can
yeah.
see your table is very full, right? Okay. Can I confirm? Can your phone holder, this new phone holder, be to your left, your right hand, you're right-handed person, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean on top. I really mean that is it possible to switch places with your laptop? If it is not possible, just tell me. You know, table limitation. Usually the laptop is in front and the phone holder is on the left. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. The laptop can be in front or your iPad can be in front. Okay. Now all you have to do is your phone is currently just spin it or turn it a little bit, right? Turn the jaw, turn the jaw. Turn the jaw. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Something that's too much of a spin. One more 90-degree spin, turn the jaw. Oh yeah, okay, turn the jaw one more time. Right now you'll notice that this is a reverse landscape, right? This is correct, but reverse landscape. So you have to landscape it in the other direction. Did that make sense? You just have to turn your phone in the other direction to make it landscape the other. No, don't turn the jaw anymore. Don't turn the jaw anymore. Return the jaw back. Okay, what I mean is, yeah. Okay, one more time. Turn it, no, yeah, yes, yeah, no, landscape it. Landscape, now it's portrait. Landscape it. Landscape it. Come on, phone. Be landscape. Don't turn the jaw. Landscape it.
I don't know. I'm turning the phone. It's just like not.
Yeah, it's not landscaping. Landscape, bro. Landscape. It's landscape now. It's landscape now.
Okay,
It's
let me
portrait
just.
again. It's portrait again. It's portrait again. Yeah, it's landscape now. And it is in the wrong landscape. You see that? It's in the, you have to landscape it in another way. Did that make sense?
I can't do that. I can't landscape it the other way. I need to flip the phone around.
Oh, okay,
If
okay. Let me tell you. Okay, see my, no, don't spin. Don't spin the jaw. Don't spin the jaw. Please don't spin the jaw. Don't spin the jaw. Just later. Okay, I'm going to show you how. Okay, now don't remember that the jaw is like this, right? Can you see me right now? The jaw is
yeah,
holding the phone right now, right? Okay, don't turn the jaw. Don't do this. Remember, the whole head can do that. Remember that the whole head can do this. You just have to
yeah.
spin the head like that,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it will
That's what I was
enter
doing.
in a different landscape, in the other landscape. Yes. Go phone. Why are you not landscaping? Yeah, the phone is not landscaping at all, in a different way.
Yeah,
Your phone is
can't-
so weird.
yeah. You can't get
But
it to like.
But I
I can't.
thought I thought phones can do this landscape and can do the other landscape, no me?
I don't know what you mean. Oh, like you mean like change side from this to
Change
this, right?
landscape, yeah, reverse
To
landscape,
the
change it
to
in
go
the
to
other
zoom.
landscape kind of thing. The other landscape.
That you mean inverse or something like that.
You can take it off if you want, but you certainly can. Every phone can do that one. Certainly they can reverse landscape.
Wait, let me like do it and then put it back in, I
Sure.
think.
No problem. Once you do this once, you know what to do already. Okay. Oh, it's so good. This is what we're talking about. Okay, this is what we're talking about. You put it back in the jaw, right? Okay, put it back in the jaw, and I'm doing something. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my video. It's easier. All right. Okay, now last thing to do, Ariella. Hopefully this works. You can actually zoom in. You just pinch out your Zoom video. You can actually zoom in. I do need you to zoom in.
Oh, what do you want me to
Pinch
do
it
again?
out. Yeah. See, it's zooming in. Zoom in a bit more. Zoom in a bit more. Zoom in a bit more. A bit more. Come,
Wait,
zoom
what am
in.
I doing?
Pinch out. Yeah, pinch out. See, it's zooming in. You see that? Okay, stop there. This is
Mhm.
perfect. In this case, I should be able to see most of your paper. Now, a few things, Ariel. The phone holder
Yeah, I
is
know.
not supposed to disturb you. First thing first, it's not supposed to disturb your hand, your writing hand. Okay, so you put it as far as possible from your writing hand on the
Yeah, I
left.
do.
Secondly,
Clean my
it's not
desk.
supposed to disturb, okay, it's not supposed to disturb your head. That means if it is too low, it will be disturbing your head and you won't like it at all. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, is it disturbing your head? If it is, pull it up more. Okay, it can go
No,
very high one. Okay.
it's like the perfect spot.
Okay, so right now when you're sitting, yeah, when you're sitting right now, you're not supposed to worry about the phone holder at all. The phone holder should adapt to you. Can I confirm that?
Yeah.
Okay. Later on, we'll do minor adjustment when you're writing. Okay. Now the phone
Right here.
holder is still moving
Yeah.
around.
It's
Are you happy?
perfect.
Okay, something like
Yeah.
okay, this is
I think
perfect.
this is perfect.
Okay. Okay, this is perfect for me, but the important thing is that it is perfect for you.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now I can follow your work on paper. Something very important closer to exam. Something very important when you draw things. Okay. Now let's try what's happening. Okay. Okay. Next time you'll know what to do. So our formula, if you have something on your iPad, just show me. Show me on the video.
What do
Okay.
you mean?
I'll show you why this phone holder is very good.
Okay.
Okay. Just show me the picture on your iPad and then kind of show me on video. Show me on video. So like I want you to show it on video. Like you put your iPad on top of your paper for a while, on top of your foolscap for a while.
I don't really have anything to show about our formula.
Okay, there is no R formula questions for you. Am I correct? There isn't yet?
No, not yet.
Okay,
But I just
right,
wanna...
okay.
Wait,
Good.
isn't it
Now,
something like... Wait,
no, I'll just
like...
show you. I'll just show you. I'll just show you. Okay. Once I show you, everything will be obvious one, right? Mm, you can write down something because I can read, I can follow now. It's very nice. Wait. Okay, sorry.
I can't really read.
Let me see your video one more time. It is something, yeah, it is something like that. It is something like that. Right? So I'll show you the question, okay? I'll show you the question. Now, from now on, your iPad is for you to look at my writing. You no longer have to write on your iPad, if that makes sense, unless you want to. Also, for me to share screen with you if I want to show certain things. For example, I'm going to share screen right now, so you should be able to see it on your iPad. Let me do that right now. Sharing my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, and you should be able to see, questions lah. Right? Let me confirm that you can see questions. All right. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. Just a minute. Okay, let's choose a random school called Chinese Girls. Right? Sida Girls. Okay, paper 1. Yeah. I'm gonna show you the R formula. There's a trigo question, just showing you for a while. You look at the trigo question here, the show question, and then the find or the solve question. This one is a multiple answer question. Okay, just want to show you that. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. There isn't much trigo here. Binomials, circle coordinates, circle properties. Now we're moving on to paper 2. There isn't much trigo in paper 1, so paper 2. By the way, that's totally random. Logarithm. Okay, this is a combination of calculus and trigonometry, not yet. Trigo, come here, Trigo. Okay, look at this. This is the sketching question. How do we know? How do you know this is a sketching question?
Because they asked us to sketch.
And plus, I noticed that the question is in the form of a number, and a number. You remember that? 3 numbers, right? Okay. Now, where is your trigo R formula? Not yet. Oh, there you go, the last one. How can you tell that this is the trigo R formula?
Because it's literally shown there.
Okay, sure. Right. So now let's do this. Right. So now I'm going to stop my screen sharing and put it in your Jamboard. Okay. Are you in the Jamboard aerial tree?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm putting it in page 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Has your teacher finished discussing our formula, you think?
No.
All right. Okay. Then we'll go ahead. Okay.
She's barely even touched it.
Okay. I'll go slightly ahead. Okay. At this point, we are trying to get ahead of us. Okay, so here's the structure of our formula question. This part is EMAT. The first part, which is show. Show is EMAT, and EMAT is what we need, not AMAT. There is no new technique here. People find it confusing though. There are reasons why, but this is EMAT, and it is supposed to be easier, but people find it harder. Okay. Now, the problem with this part is that if they don't give you the A and the B, look, they don't, right? They don't give you the A and the B. The problem is you cannot do the other part, which is your A math, your metric. Okay. Now, the whole logic, this is supposed to be harder, but no, it is easier because it's very predictable. Why? Because it's very predictable, and plus there are too many marks at stake. Usually, I'll ask my student to do part 2 and part 3 first and ignore part 1 because part 1 is supposed to be easier, but in reality, it is not predictable at all. It becomes hard. Okay? Now, the problem is you don't have A and you don't have B. So I will go and explain part 1 briefly to you. I don't want to focus too much on part 1 yet. Okay? Now, he wants OP. The secret key to part 1 is always like this. You draw your own upright triangle. Usually it's upright, not all the time. Upright 90-degree triangle. I have drawn that. So far, so good? No explanation given. Yeah. This is based on my experience. Yeah. When you draw upright triangles and you find the theta, most of the time, part one becomes easy. Without drawing your own triangle, nothing can be achieved. Now, I've drawn the triangle for you. Can you find your A and your B? Does it make any sense? Why did you take out a keyboard tab key?
Okay, I don't know. I just have on my desk. I
No
just
problem,
fidget
no
with it.
problem. You can fidget with it, no problem.
Um,
Now, do you have any
yeah.
idea how to do part one?
Wait, I need to think about it a bit. Yeah, okay, I know how to do it. It's because
Okay, show
like
me.
when you do this, like this, basically this plus this is this, and wait, I need to highlight. Wait, I need to, oh yeah, here. Because
Yeah, write something.
this and this is this and this. Yeah.
You're right. So can you do it?
Yeah, obviously.
Just checking. All right, you do it first.
Maybe. Wait, let me see. Let me
Right.
try.
Okay. Now at this point, Ariel, I'm gonna stop you for a while. Stop you for a while. The reason is because your book is slanted, and I want it stay that way. Stay that way. Your book is slanted. Now, make the phone holder
Yeah, move the
slanted
stand.
also. Slanted also. Yeah, make the stand slanted also, and it'll be perfect. So good, so good. Yeah, just okay. This is very nice. Okay, do not straighten your book because that's your natural position. Do not straighten your book. Slant the phone holder. Okay, good. Go ahead. You cannot start with the answer key. Do you understand? You cannot start with the answer key, right?
Yeah,
This is an answer
I
key,
know
and
you
you
have to
cannot
solve.
start. Yeah,
You have
yeah,
like you have wait,
yeah.
wait, but you can solve from like one side to get the other, right?
Okay, like this. You need to put a label that is disadvantageous to you. For example, you need this point, right? It's easier if you have a label on this point. Call it x prime. Do you understand? If you need this point, call it x double prime. Whichever you need, you label. Now, label it is probably easier for you, maybe.
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
I have just labeled this point x prime and this label
Wait,
x
wait,
double
two
prime
types
for
of
your
questions like
convenience.
this, right? Like there's show and then there's the other one, explain. Is it?
The first part of our formula is always show and it's always
Okay.
e-math.
Okay, yeah. It's just
Show me your C-math. Show me your C-math, basically.
okay. Wait, how do I show that? Like I know
Focus
how it
on the
works.
triangle. Focus on the triangle.
Wait, no, I know
Focus
exactly
on the
how it
triangle.
works. I don't really
Yeah.
know how I'm supposed to do.
Okay, what did you learn in trigo e-math? Right, triangle, trigo as triangles. What did you learn there?
Like the whole like Tokaso thing and how to
Use your Tokaso. Use your Tokaso. Use your Tokaso.
Yeah. And then like
okay, then focus on that yellow triangle first. I want to see your C-math working.
okay.
Right. Now,
wait,
something like
wait,
this,
yeah.
huh? Something like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Go
I know,
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
know.
Go ahead. Do.
Is it? Um, wait, I don't know. Suddenly I don't know how to do anything. Yeah.
Okay. Now the reason is this. The reason is this. It's
Yeah.
because
It's
we
like
might be.
this is cost. And then like
I agree with you. I agree with you. A
yeah.
is considered known. Let's see. Let's see whether A messes you up. This is considered known. I know A. If you cannot accept that A is known, instead your brain thinks A is unknown one. Why are you asking me to consider it to be known? Then all you have to do is pretend that A is a number. So I'm gonna give you a random number here. Okay, give me a random number.
No. I know that. So so wait, no. Also, all I need to show is the equals.
Okay. Small a, I believe, is Right,
Wait. What's that again? Cos.
No, cosine of the angle. Cosine of the angle is equal to the fraction. R is cosine of
Yeah.
the angle, right? Cosine of the
Yeah.
angle. The
Yeah.
angle is theta. Good. Is theta not zero? Not theta not zero. Is theta not
Oh yeah,
zero?
theta. My brain is saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Then
Okay,
like,
okay, and then
so because this divided by this is this.
correct. And then what you
So
want
this one.
is
So
write
this
down
times
the
this.
adjacent, write down the
Okay.
adjacent as x prime p lah. Adjacent is x prime
What?
p, correct? The adjacent is
Okay.
x
I don't know
prime
what that,
p.
but okay.
X prime, nee, x prime p. You want
Okay.
this length, right? You know you want this length.
What's
That
that?
length is called
X
x prime
prime
p.
p,
Okay,
right?
good. And then
Yeah, so
change the
that
h
this
into, yeah, okay, x prime
is
p equals to good, yep.
equals
Uh-huh.
then H is
H,
then
which
it's just
is
A.
small a, yeah,
So it's just
nice,
A
nice.
cos
Cosine theta,
sine
right?
theta. Yeah. So it's
And then
just
you're done.
this. Okay, I don't know
Good,
why I'm
good, you're
doubting
done.
suddenly.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
Then you
Now
just do it for
find
the
the other
other.
one. Good.
Yeah.
Do that, do that, do that. Good.
So then you just write B is and then like um it's the same thing. Yeah, I think. Is it? Wait, no. Well,
Very
yeah, it is.
similar. So I
It's
want
the
you to
same, it's the
work it out.
same, it's the
Yeah,
same.
I want you to
So it's
work it out.
just like
Good.
wait, is it the same? No, this is a bit different. Wait a minute. Says sine is opposite. Wait, what?
Think about it, yeah? Think about it.
Opposite over hypotenuse. So it's sine, right? Yeah, obviously. Sine is so it's wait. What do you say at x? Something x prime. Mm, huh.
Think about it just in the same way for the first one. It is very similar. You can do it. Now, however, I don't think you should be focusing on x double prime. You already
This
know that you want this length. You want this length, correct?
yeah,
You
I
want
know.
that length.
So
Now,
it's like
does that length
it's like
require, or
opposite.
you want this, isn't it? You want x double prime x, is it? You want
Yeah.
this and that, is it? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. So you have to decide whether it's sine, cosine, or tangent.
Sine.
And write down sine of the angle, cosine, sine, and tangent contains the angle. Sine of the angle equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Write that down. Sine of the angle, sine of the angle equals to, all right, don't say x double prime, say x double prime x. Correct? X double prime x. Okay, good. Continue.
Wait, maybe I'm confused. Oh wait, never mind. I don't know. Yeah, then it's just like because this is the same as the other one. Then it's just like
Right? And then we're done. We're done. Okay.
yeah.
That's it. That's 3 marks. And that is not a math at all. Can I have a confirmation? This is not
Yeah,
a math
sure.
at all. Good. Now,
We learned it, yeah, we learned it last.
the picture is no longer useful. So let me repeat a few things. They will give you a picture. You have to use the picture for the first part, but after that, most of the time, EMATH ends, the picture also ends. Now it's our formula. Okay. Now, the way you write down the thing that you erase your at the start, I'm very impressed. You know why? Because for an R formula to work, you must have a cosine and a sine. You must have a number in front of both and nothing else. So this format is the
Yeah.
format for R formula. Okay, good. Now, do you know how to do R formula?
Not really.
Okay, then let me do something about this, right? Later on, after I teach you, I'll show you why our formula, but for now, how to do our formula. Now, you have the list of identities, right? Do you have identities that you
Yeah.
can refer to right now?
Yeah.
The identity should contain this one. If you already remember, I want you to apply the identities. If not, I want you to look at the list. I don't want you to memorize. If you cannot look at the list, I'll give you the list.
Yeah, I have the list.
Okay. Now, please tell me or tell yourself which identities are these?
Um, like
Okay.
like
All right. Now, that is not the identity that you can use here, right? Okay. So sorry, I haven't confirmed. I haven't confirmed this. How many identities have you learned? You tell me that you learned the
I don't.
first three package. Then have you learned the second
Yeah.
three? The second three?
I don't. I don't know.
All right. Then in your identity list, do you have something like this? Sine A plus minus B, and then cosine A plus minus B, and then tangent A plus minus B. Do you have it or not?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Then which of these three, okay, in a package of three, right? Sine, cosine, tangent. Which of these three do you think can be applied here?
I don't know.
Cosine theta minus alpha. Which one?
I don't know.
Okay, then I'm going to pretend that theta is not theta. I'm going to pretend that theta is A. I mean, theta is unknown, so who cares if I change the letter, right? Who cares? Then I'm going to change alpha. Alpha is also unknown, so who cares? I am going to change it to B. Who cares? Now you have in front of you cosine A minus B ignoring the R. I'm asking you to ignore the R. Cosine A minus B. Tell me, is this in the identities or not?
Oh no. Wait, what?
Okay,
I think
I'm gonna
yeah.
give you the identities. Okay, I'm gonna give you the identity
Okay.
list so that we can talk about it together. Right? Just a minute. Oh, sorry. Coming right up. All right, there you go. Okay, now, the identities, the first package of three. I'm so sorry. The first package of three, the second package of three, and then the third package of three. We are referring to the second one. Do you see this cosine A minus B? Do you see that?
Um.
Do you see that? This is the first time
Yeah.
you see all this. Yeah, cosine A minus B. There, in front of you, in the question right now, it is cosine A minus B also.
Yeah.
Is there
I
something
see
that you
now.
can do? I'm sorry, you're saying? Sorry. I'm sorry, you're saying?
I don't really, I don't know what to do.
Okay, observe, observe what I'm saying. Okay. So only the box, okay? Only the box without the R. I can change the box into cosine A, cosine B, right? According to the list, plus sine A, sine B, right? I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Later on, I will include the R. So just to avoid confusion, everything is R lah. There's your R. Okay, so
Yeah.
far so good. The R is there, but the R is outside. We're not dealing with the R right now. Now, are you okay
Yeah.
with this or not? Are you okay with what I'm doing?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll change it even further. Maybe this will help. So the first guy, the one that is supposedly A, right? The one that's supposedly A is theta, right? So I'm going to change it to theta right now, right? Theta here. Okay, that's a theta and this is also a theta. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
The second guy is supposed to be B, right? So I'm going to change it to alpha, lah, right? Alpha here. Alpha. Okay. Now, is this even more confusing?
Yeah.
Is this okay?
I think so, I hope.
You okay? You're okay, yeah? Okay, all I'm doing is applying the identities for whatever reason and then putting it there. That's all. That's all I'm doing right now. That's my first step.
Yeah.
You okay? Okay. All right. So now, why do I do that? Why do I do that? Now, first thing first, I open the bracket. So the R is now going to be in, right? What happens to the R? The R will be here and the R will be there also. Would that be okay? All right. Now, the second thing I do. Now, this is considered the first thing I do is very standard. The second thing I do is I'm going to do a comparison, right? Because he keeps telling me OP is this. He keeps telling me that, see, OP is that. It is him who is telling me this. So I notice that this is both OP. I'm going to do a comparison between the right-hand side. I'm going to do the comparison. Would that be okay? Because both are OP, right? So cosine theta. Cosine theta. I see my comparison. There you go. Cosine theta and cosine theta. All right. I'm going to block it there. And then the plus is there, so that's good. And then I'm going to notice this is sine theta. And you notice that there is also a sine theta here. You notice that?
Yeah.
All right. And therefore, I make a very startling conclusion. I conclude that R cosine alpha is equals to small a. And I also conclude that R sine alpha is equals to B. I've made my conclusion. Will this be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Right? I'm guessing that at this point, your teacher does not do this, isn't it?
No.
Hmm. Can I ask you something about your class? Your A math class, yeah? Right. So at the class itself, when the teacher, when your A math, the supposed A math teacher is the class in control?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I've heard many types of class, right? Certain class are very quiet, too quiet in fact. No interaction at all. Very difficult to interact with the student. The teacher try very hard, cannot interact. But at least there is some form of control. But good teachers, the class are responsive in a very good way. They interact lah.
Yeah. Really.
Okay? But that's very rare.
Our
That's very rare.
And then like she tells us to go to the board and do stuff. Yeah.
And good teachers and bad teachers can do that. Is there interaction between the teacher and the, okay, that's not, okay. But the class seems to be in control, as in it's not out of control. What is the out of control class? You know, they're very noisy, they do their own thing.
Doesn't say anything if we don't know anything. Yeah.
Right. Even you. Right. I mean,
I just like Google it later, and then it's okay.
I guess so. Right. Okay, no, I'm just checking that. Now, in that case, I can roughly understand what's going on. Now, whenever I show you something different from your teacher, the purpose is only one. The purpose is to offer you an alternative that you like. If you don't like, ditch it. Just help. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate that, of course. But after you think about it, hey, this doesn't help me compared to what the teacher's doing, you say it, and then we'll figure out something else. Understand? Okay? Right now it's new, so don't ditch it yet. But later, maybe you want to take it or you want to ditch it. Okay? Now, I have this and I have this. Now, look at this one. This is, this is such a difficult question to do as a first guy, isn't it? Because there's no A and there's no B. Are you lucky or are you unlucky? Are you lucky or are you unlucky? I don't know. I don't know. Do you need me to pretend that A and B is a number? Do you need me to do that?
No.
All right. Okay, good.
No.
Now, then, since this is considered known, then this is, of course, a situation, two equations and two unknowns. The unknowns are R and alpha. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
All right. Then, in that case, I need to find the R and the alpha. I'm not finding A and B, even though that's what the question is asking me. This question is terrible. Okay. Either you're lucky or you're unlucky. See lah. Okay, so I'm going to find R and alpha. Do you have any idea how I would do that?
Um, um, wait, let me just look at it.
This is different lah from what you have faced. So this is different. This is different. I must admit this is different.
Like on the other, like it's like simultaneous equation, I guess.
Yes, it should be simultaneous equation, but it's not the EMAS simultaneous.
Like
This
you,
is different.
oh,
This is different than the
yeah.
EMAS simultaneous. You will still have to do something to eliminate the equations, the unknowns, but it's just done differently. Okay, I'm going to do that, okay? Okay, now one more time. Even in AMAT, the purpose of two equation to unknown is to eliminate one. No matter what you do, you eliminate one, it becomes one equation and one unknown. Because why? You can solve it. You can
Yeah.
always solve for one equation, one unknown. You cannot solve two equation, two unknown. So I am doing the process of elimination right now. The technique is very simple, but just slightly different.
Yeah.
Notice I put the R sine alpha on top because, okay, why? Because first of all, the R is gone. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, this is now one unknown already. Now one unknown, which is very advantageous. And then
Wait,
secondly,
Teacher Philip, could you move?
yes.
Could you move to like the 19th slide? Do you mind?
I'm sorry. What? Move what?
Oh, do you mind moving to the next slide?
Oh, all right. I do that. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Okay, in the next slide, I'm rewriting the same thing. Cosine alpha equals to b over a. The r is gone. This is now one unknown. This is great. So far, so good.
Yeah.
And then I will simplify further because I know from my trigonometry, sine alpha over cosine alpha is something called tangent alpha. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Therefore,
Okay. Yeah.
alpha equals to tangent inverse b over a. Why? Dull door, please. Let me teach you. Your teacher may not say this, but I say this. Dull door. Dull door, tangent inverse on the left, tangent inverse on the right. Okay? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
The reason why I tangent inverse, because when tangent inverse meets tangent, they both disappear. Do you know what this, do you know what the heck I'm talking about?
Not really.
Okay, take your calculator. Show it to me. All right. Now, I want you to do tangent 30. Just confirm. You can do tangent inverse fine, but just do tangent 30. Okay, this will be the answer. Now, I want you to do tangent inverse tangent 30. Before you press the equal sign, yeah, okay, I want you to make a guess lah. Okay, good. So now, change the number into pi. Tangent inverse tangent pi. Before you press the button, make a pi. Go up, go up. Tangent inverse tangent. Hi. Anyway, yeah, I want you to guess the
Yeah.
answer lah. Okay, anyway, tangent inverse and tangent seems to be canceling each other, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How about you reverse the order? Do you think it'll work? No. Reversing the order means tangent inverse.
Yeah.
Tangent inverse, some other number. There you go. So it works, all right? Do you think it'll work for sine inverse and sine? Just checking.
Yeah, probably. Right.
All right, so it'll work. Okay, so now the way to solve tangent alpha is to eliminate the tangent. So I put tangent inverse lah because tangent inverse purpose is to eliminate tangent, vice versa. Okay. As a result, there is something on the right-hand side. So alpha equals to tangent inverse b over a. For now, I'm done. This is done. I'm sorry, this is half done. So far, so good. This is done for now.
Yeah.
Okay, is this all new? Just checking.
Yeah, I think.
right? I'm going to find the R now, remember? I'm going to find the R. So I have to eliminate the alpha, correct? Okay, what I'm going to do is this.
Yeah.
I'm going to R sine alpha, I'm going to square it, which means this is B squared, right? Plus R cosine alpha. I'm going to square it equals alpha squared. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
This means this is R squared sine alpha squared plus cosine alpha squared equals to B squared plus A squared, right? Why do I do this? It's a very weird way to simultaneous equation. Do you notice anything with this guy? Do you notice what this is?
Not really.
If you check actually, it's the first identity that you wrote. You just wrote that. You wrote that just now in your paper. Do you notice that?
Oh, yeah, the sine A cos square A thing.
Sine square plus cosine square something something equals to 1. Now, look at what's happening here.
So just becomes like R square
Equals to
1 equals.
Yeah, which is I effectively eliminate the alpha lah to find the R lah. So at this point,
Oh, wait,
R
that's really
will
cool.
be B square
Oh, then
plus
it
A
just
square.
becomes. Oh,
The
okay, I
formula
get it
that
now.
your teacher
Then it's
give you
literally
lah.
that's really easy already. Then you just like
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then you just like square root everything.
Yeah, and then you're
It's
done
like,
for now lah. You're done for now. Now this is
yeah.
probably what your teacher teach you. Some teacher prefer to teach the formula method, okay, which is much shorter. There is a big flaw in the formula method, right? I'll tell you later when you're more experienced. I don't go through the long method usually. Usually I prefer the shorter method. However, in this case, the shorter method has a fatal flaw. Okay, so I show you the longer understanding method. You trust me for now. Okay, at least give me the benefit of doubt. Okay, right now, yeah. Now we haven't had the 5 mark. This question is too terrible. The question now gives you something totally different than the usual thing. So this is a very hard question. If you can follow, that is good for you. The question tells you something weird. Okay, the question tells you something like this. It's not normal. The maximum length of OP is this, and the primal value is that. Now, I'm going to go back to the R formula. OP is now officially R cosine theta minus alpha, of which this is correct because they tell you. It's not because of us, correct? They tell you this is true, correct? They tell you this is true. Currently, I have the alpha already, and currently I have the R already. Okay, that's just my contribution for now. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Now, I would like to address this OP maximum length. Okay, I would like to address this. This is so easy to understand. This is the most important part. This cosine, the value varies from -1 to 1, correct? Correct or not? That's what a cosine graph do, right? That's what you learn. It varies from 1 to -1, vice versa. Okay?
Yeah.
So OP will vary because of the cosine theta minus alpha. No matter how complicated that is just how cosine works. So therefore, what is the maximum length of OP? What is the maximum length of OP? Therefore,
like the maximum length of OP
is when
minus R. Wait.
No, minus R. No,
Wait.
not minus R. No, that's maximum negative.
Oh,
Length usually don't have
maximum.
negative, so maybe maximum positive.
Minus positive R.
Right. So OP max, because OP varies, right? OP varies because cosine varies. This one stays constant, just checking, right? The R is constant. So therefore, OP max is simply R times 1, correct? OP max. Root 5 equals to R currently. Root 5 equals to root B squared plus A squared currently, which means 5 is equal to B squared plus A squared. We're on our way to find B and H. So far, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, then OP is max when cosine theta minus alpha is equals to 1, correct? That means it is when theta minus alpha equals to 0 degree, correct or not? That's what you learned from the cosine graph, correct? That's 0 degree.
Yeah.
So, and then he say the corresponding value of theta is 63.43. So 63.43 degree minus alpha equals to 0. Well, I know what alpha is.
Yeah.
Alpha is 63.43 degree. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at this point, we are so long. We are on our way to find the beta, the B and the A. Look, we are on our way already. Oh,
Yeah.
that's just so terrible. Okay, can you follow at this point?
I can, I guess. It's
I
like
need
basically
you
just a lot of identities.
um two identities only and another very small one. Before I continue to B and
Yeah.
A, I really need you to repeat this.
To
As of
what?
now, I need you to repeat what I'm doing. At
Oh,
this
okay.
point, I don't even care that you're looking at me. Usually I'll say erase my working and then you repeat yourself, but this is too long. I just need you to repeat it and be comfortable. Okay?
Okay.
Would you please read and then if possible, don't look lah, if possible.
Wait, what did I say? Okay. So basically it was like R sine I forgot what that symbol was called. Wait, what's that symbol called? I forgot.
I don't get your question.
Oh, what's this called? I forgot.
I'm sorry, which one are you pointing? You're pointing on Jamboard, is it? On the Jamboard, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, which one are you talking about? Which one? Which one? Oh, okay, that's tangent alpha, right? That's called alpha.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Alpha.
alpha is, this is the first time you see alpha, correct? This is the first time?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really
Anyway,
remember.
in Trigo Alpha, they use it a lot. It's like their new favorite
Yeah.
symbol. So yeah, let's use it.
So it was like it was like R sine alpha over like R cos alpha. And basically because it's like sine over cos, so it just becomes like tan alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know that? That sine alpha minus
Yeah,
over
cos.
cosine.
Because
Okay,
it's
you
like
know that.
because it's like because it's like this over this. You get this. Yeah.
You're correct. You're
And
correct.
then after that, they essentially just like from the from the 10 alpha thing equals like 10 inverse b over a, then it just became like alpha equals 10 inverse b over a. Yeah. And then like
But can you can repeat it first? Yeah, you can read. But I want you to write it down later. Okay. Okay. You
okay.
can go through it
Then
logically first. Right.
wait, let me think.
Yes, please.
Oh, then after that, they went from, you look back at like this part because uh um I think you just like squared everything.
I did just square it's individual your R sine alpha is B, right?
Yeah,
So I
like
just square it, but
then
the
you got
whole
like R
point is for the
and alpha
identities.
square
Correct,
plus
correct.
R cos
Yeah.
alpha square equals
The
B square
purpose is
plus C
to
square.
identity, yeah.
After that, you just like expanded the bracket.
Yeah. I
And then
expanded the
and then
bracket.
you use
The bracket becomes 1.
okay, the bracket became one, same thing.
I factorize
And
the
then
R
after
thing.
you use like then you use this identity because you can see there that it's
Correct,
sine square
correct.
alpha plus square
Correct,
alpha
correct.
equals 1. So then it just becomes like R equals B
Right.
square plus A square.
Right.
R square,
Notice
yeah.
that
Then
notice
after
that the
we square
alpha is
rooted
gone,
both.
right? Okay, okay. Notice that the alpha
Yeah,
is
yeah. And then
gone.
after
Yeah?
it just like yeah, because like there's nothing there anymore. Then you just square rooted both
Yeah, yeah.
sides.
Mm-hmm. And then I start to worry about the question. And
then you look back at the question.
then
And
I
then
try to do stuff
you
lah.
have to look back at the like cosine graph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because the thing is to do with OP, right? So if because you already got the R equals B square root B
Or b
square
square
plus
plus
A
a.
square.
Yeah, that thing, the
Yeah.
Pythagoras. Mm-hmm.
So then it says that given that the max, so okay, so you just like plug everything from the question, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I use a logic. Okay, so this
Okay.
logic is something that you have to understand. So the point is that OP varies because cosine varies.
Oh yeah, because it's like the graph thing, so it's like either 1 or
Correct.
-1 thing.
But R is
Yeah.
constant. But R is constant, right? So if
Yeah,
you
but
say OP max, my
we
life is
found
easy, no? Right?
yeah, and then we found R earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So
We
after that
did find
we
R in
just
terms of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in terms of this, yeah, then you just
Mm-hmm.
put it into the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
if
then
square root of 5 R, then square root of 5 is also square root B square plus A square. Yeah. And then you realize that because it's like this, then I mean obviously the max is only you just wrote down what the question said again. The max can only be 1. And then after that you did the theta minus alpha equals 0
0.
degrees.
Because
And
from the
because of that,
graph.
then you
Because of the
took
graph, I know.
the value of like theta minus
Right.
alpha equals 0.
All right.
Yeah. But shouldn't oh yeah, wait. I was about to say shouldn't it be plus minus? Then I realized that you can't like
There's only one answer.
yeah, there's only one answer because it can't be
In
negative.
this question, there's only one answer. Yes, correct. There's only one answer. Okay.
Wait,
So,
I don't really get something. Like
yes. Ask me.
Wait. What's alpha is used to like wait, is it the like you know when there's a curve like this, it's like this. Something like that.
You can write using ink. Don't use the laser pointer. Okay, I cannot get what you're saying. Right.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
use an ink.
is it like wait, I forgot what alpha represents again. It's like the curve and then this thing.
In this case, for now, alpha simply represents another angle. Theta represents angle. Alpha also represents angle. How come we have two angles? We worry about that later. But both simply represents angle.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And then
Is that what you want to know?
From like this, yeah, that's all you need to know. So it turns out it's just I don't even know yet. And then there's like this. So how did you go from this part to like this working?
Don't use laser pointer.
everything.
Don't use laser pointer. Use an ink.
Oh,
use
okay.
an ink.
Use
Use an ink.
Okay. Like this part, you go from this part to this part by just squaring everything, right?
Okay, the problem is I know that you're scratching something and there you go. Now it appears again. It's very laggy. Yeah. Okay, look, because before this, I have established that R sine alpha is B, right? I have established that, and R cosine alpha is A. So I just use this raw, but here I square first lah.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Right. Okay. All for the sake of eliminating certain things. All for the sake of.
Oh, you did it. Oh, okay.
Remember the purpose. The purpose is to eliminate things.
Yeah, you wanted to get R like alone.
Yes. That's the second part. The first part is I just want to get the alpha alone. I achieve it in a different way. A different way. Are you ready to do it yourself?
No.
Try. I really mean it. Try. Of course, you're not ready, but this is ahead of class. So try lah. This is not before exam.
Okay.
Before exam, there's no point in doing all this. But this is before class.
Okay.
Do so. Aditya, I can see you just now. Yeah. All right. Sorry to keep you waiting. Can you hear me, Aditya?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Phillips.
Very good. Just want to make sure that our mic is working well first. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can I hear you clearly? A little bit, you seem like a little bit far from the mic, but please don't shout, yeah? If you shout, you'll run out of voice very soon. Can you do something to make your mic clearer, I guess? Don't shout.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. When you're ready, you speak, and then I'll listen and see whether it's clear.
Is this okay?
Seems slightly better, Aditya. Right? I noticed that you're not shouting. Don't shout. Yeah. Don't shout. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. It has been quite some time, and you sound
Yes.
well. Are you doing well right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. It's
Cool.
all
Cool.
going good.
Cool. Good. Cool. Cool. In fact, you sound a little bit more mature than last time. Maybe your voice changed already.
I think so too. I think so too.
Good. 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 Now, for today, later, very soon, I'll introduce you to Darlene to you. You go to the breakout room, right? Today, you're taking the position of an assistant, right? Okay. I set it up so that you do it one by one. The reason is because Darlene needs one by one. She really needs the explanation, all the explanation that she can get, right?
Okay.
I'll tell you a few things so that you're not surprised. Now, first thing first. She is actually 40 years old.
Oh, okay.
Why is she doing all this? That's the bigger surprise. To me, that's the bigger surprise. Why is a 40-year-old doing an O level again? Well, first thing first, she's not from Singapore. She is in Singapore, and she is being
Okay.
sponsored, I think, by her boss to do all this study, make this O level, so that you can go up and take nursing. Right? So
Okay.
her intention to study is clear. To me, it's very clear. After a while, I don't think you will notice whether she is 14 years old or 40 years old. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter. What
Okay.
matters
Yeah.
is that she does need help, lah. But she is the least enthusiastic in math. She is the most
Okay.
enthusiastic in biology and other things because math is the hardest for her, but she is more than willing to learn. The proof is she is the one that requests 2 times per week. It was once per week lah for math. She knows that it's not enough. She is the one that requests. So her intentions and her motivations are clear, right?
Okay.
I think hopefully you will feel that also. You don't have to take my word for it. You see for yourself, right? Let her know you, that you let yourself know her lah. That's the purpose of today. By simply teaching her lah, right?
Okay.
She will on the video and everything. She will show you her DYS. She cannot do much lah. It's such a blank sheet. I just call it that way. It's just a blank sheet. So you clarify what you can with her, but after 45 minutes, you go to IGCSE. Both of you do not have any printed IGCSE right now, and it does not matter. Just download the digital format, take paper one, the easiest paper, right, and then go through with her, right?
Yeah.
The expected thing is that she will feel that it's easier because she has been doing the local DYS for 3 weeks already. It's time to change.
Okay.
Any other question?
So, is she doing the O level or IGCSE as a final?
IGCSE. She is not doing O level. I'm just asking her to buy TYS because only TYS are topical. Only TYS are topical. She will be needing the TYS for other subjects also. But math she already buy. So she's been using that, and I decided I think better move to the paper. I think it's a
I
lot of
understand.
things to
Yeah.
catch up, right? So I think it's just better, right? So that's why
Okay.
she has TYS, and we'll probably use it next time, not now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
We'll wait for now. Okay, we'll wait. Okay.
Sure.
Ariel,
Yeah.
I see that you have been stuck. Why are you stuck?
Oh wait, no. I was like asking. No, I'm not really stuck. I just got distracted. What do I? Oh, I'm supposed to do the question. I forgot.
Yes. You're supposed to do it the way I do it, but hopefully you don't.
Can you erase what we wrote. Oh wait, I'm just gonna move it to a
No,
different
just
slide.
go to the
Otherwise
next. Yeah. Just go to the next slide. Just go to the next slide. Okay.
yeah, because otherwise I'm
Just
gonna
go.
copy.
Correct. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Aditya, by any chance, do you have the drawing pad?
Yeah, I got the drawing pad. I
Oh,
connected it.
wow. Right. Okay. And then I'll share with you her Jamboard first, right? Okay. So let me do that.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, wait. Is this her Jamboard? Wait. Let me go. Oh, wow. Okay. So tell you what, she'll probably have to share her Jamboard with you, lah. Right? She has quite a lot of
Okay.
Jamboard that she hasn't shared with me. Right? So other than that, that's it, look. You will see her video. She knows how to set it up. She can see her Jamboard and she can see your writing in it. And I guess that is what will happen. Now, you guys will be in the breakout room, okay? But when you need to communicate with me, I'm monitoring my WhatsApp, okay? That
Okay.
means if you have certain things to clarify with me, you don't have to go out of the breakout room. It's troublesome, right? You just WhatsApp me
Yeah.
and I will respond, okay? Your first time, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what happened, and afterwards, maybe we'll talk about it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. So just wait for. Ariel, are you okay?
I forgot what to do.
I know the start is not easy one. It's not obvious one. What you want to do
Yeah.
is first thing first to uh to to expand r cosine theta minus alpha. So they give you r cosine theta minus alpha in the question, right? You just write it down first, r cosine theta minus alpha, and then according to the identities, you change the form of cosine theta minus alpha. This is your first training. You don't even recognize that it is part of identities. This is the training
Yeah,
today.
what
Recognize
do you say
that
to change it? Change the form of it.
according to the identity list, which in this case right now, I'm going to paste in page 20. I'm going to do that for you.
Okay,
Page 20,
thank you.
because by right, it's there. Okay, please recognize it. This is, you got to do it. Okay.
Okay.
What can you apply here from the identity lists?
Um. Um. Wait. What does R stand for? I forgot. Is it just
R
random?
currently,
It's just
R
a
is a
constant.
random number that is not
Okay.
even part of the identities. Now
Okay.
you need to recognize the
So
R
like,
is just tagging along.
okay.
Okay, the R is
I guess
tagging along.
I don't know. I can apply this, like the cost.
The cosine, yeah, you can apply, and that's a two-step, right? The plus and the minus, you apply the minus version.
Yeah.
So again, the R is tagging along, let it tag along.
Wait. Okay. I did it already. I know I did it already. Okay. So
Good,
then this
please.
equals like cosine A equals cosine A times, what's A again? It's just this, right? Yeah, equals cosine this. Wait, I'm confused again. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, shit.
Hey,
Okay,
Ariel,
so
remind me
cosine
again,
this,
which school are you in right now, Ariel? Sorry.
MGS.
Right, MGS.
Yeah. Okay. Is it? I don't know.
No. Apply the minus version. So one more time, look at the
Okay.
okay. This is clearly what you need. This is very clear. So you have to just look at it as the minus version, right? Correct. Yes, the minus version. So I cancel it,
Yeah, I read
and
like,
you
the
have to
first part here
cancel the
already.
minus part. Okay, you have to
Yeah, I
cancel
know.
the minus part.
It's the
Okay,
minus.
so
I know it's minus.
So don't use anything like minus alpha. No, right? This is already A minus B. It's already A minus B, and the
Okay.
result is cosine A cosine B. There is no need for
Okay,
another
wait.
minus.
Okay.
Right. Okay, this is clearly what you need.
Oh, okay, never mind. I kind of get it now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Keston, I can see you. Can you hear me, Keston?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just a minute, Keston. Yeah. Now, Ariel, time is up officially, but I want
Yeah.
you to finish this. Okay, you cannot leave
Okay.
before you finish this. Okay, you cannot. You cannot. You need this, right? So you take your time, finish it. But I cannot talk to you too much. You gotta refer
Okay.
to the Jamboard, no? You gotta refer
Okay.
to the Jamboard. Okay. All right,
Okay.
Keston. All right. Updates, please, Keston.
Nothing.
You're doing. Sorry.
Nothing.
What is it that you want to tell me, sir? You're doing what?
No, nothing.
Okay, right. Besides the practice papers, right? Any other things that's happening right now?
No.
Okay. I think your school have been doing papers for like what, 3 weeks, I believe, Justin?
Yeah.
Usually at this time, people will get sick of it for a while. You know, too much paper can really be draining, right? Have you seen that sign, sign of getting sick of papers, basically?
No.
I'm sorry, yes or no? Sorry, I cannot hear you.
No.
No, and you're fine yourself.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Today, what do you want to do, Castor?
I think 2 questions first.
Chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Can I just check? Do you want to ask something about physics? Maybe the last topic.
I can find questions out.
I mean, if you have no questions, wait. Your physics class, has your physics class been practicing papers?
Yeah.
And you have no problem with the papers at all, like super many topic, you have no problem, really.
Sometimes go.
So I guess it's up to you, but I would invite you to talk about physics just from time to time. Who knows, right?
Okay.
Especially the last few topics, right? But other than that, it's up to you, right? Answer anything you give.
Alright.
So I'll just be in your Jamboard, right? Aston Jamboard 6. I think there's enough space. Halo Rizal, aku bisa lihat ya. Rizal bisa dengar?
Bisa.
Oh, oke, sip. Ini kita belum mulai ya.
Oke.
Ariel, are you okay?
I don't know how to do it.
Look at the Jamboard. Look at the Jamboard. You need it. Okay. All right, Eben. Right, Eben. I can see you. Can you hear me, Eben?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Eben, the first time, right, I think you need to install Zoom on your phone, and then I need you to turn on the video to show me the phone folder. Then I can help you with the phone, right? This needs a bit of time, so take your time, but please install the Zoom on your phone. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Now, Darlene, I can see both yours. I think you want to disconnect one of the audio first.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Got it. Okay, Darlene and Aditya, I will invite you to the breakout room. Please get to know each other and then do the normal math, right? Okay, so Darlene, I'm going to you. Okay. All right, Darlene and Aditya, you can
Yeah.
go in the rooms. Yeah, there you go. Okay, right. Ariel, just to confirm, do you understand the Jamboard?
No.
Page. Let me confirm that you're looking at page 18. Am I correct? Okay, so one more time. This is the last time I could explain to you. If not, then for now. For now. So this is my
That's fine. I'll
identities.
figure it out later.
This is identities. Would that be okay? That's identities. That's done, right? With the R and everything. Then I make a comparison. What you're missing is that I make a comparison between this one. I make a comparison and my conclusion is this. One more time.
Yeah.
A cosine theta looks similar to R cosine theta cosine alpha. Why? Because they both contain cosine theta. Okay? As a conclusion, I have concluded that the remaining R cosine alpha must be equal to A. Do you
Okay.
understand? All right. I compare the other thing that I conclude this one. Right?
Okay.
Okay. You need this as the foundation.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll figure it out later.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Then I'll see you next week. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Keston, just to confirm, no new questions yet. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Did I ever ask you to take the physics paper from your school's library or something?
Yeah.
Right. If you haven't done those paper, now is the time to use it if you want it.
Mhm.
Eben, are you okay so far?
Yeah, I'm installing the
Zoom.
Zoom.
All right. Okay. All right. Then we'll do the phone holder, and then hopefully things will be much better from now. Okay. Right. Maybe you give me some updates along the way first. So what's happening recently, Evan? We haven't met for 2 weeks. Yeah, we haven't met for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chemistry, we're still on acid and base.
Are you at salt making? Making of salt, making of soluble salt, making of insoluble salt? No idea.
I'm not sure,
Okay,
but
okay.
recently we went to the lab and did the titration.
That was what you told me, right? So I think 2 weeks ago you're supposed to do a lab titration. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Then okay, but is there a continuation in the class or in the worksheet?
Yeah.
In that case, later you just show me. I will be able to understand where you. Okay. All right, Keston, I can see something here. Okay, I'm gonna read it. No. Yeah. Oh wow. Since when do you learn? Seriously? Wait. This seriously? Okay, Keston, did your teacher ever tell you that this is out of the O-level syllabus? This is not inside the O-level syllabus.
No.
Okay, but you want to talk about it? That's no problem, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but I might need to explain a bit more. The reason is probably because it is outside the O-level syllabus. Not sure what's happening here, right? Now, the issue is half-life, right? You don't even know half-life. Oh no. Do you know what's called a half-life?
Yeah.
Oh, you know half-life. Okay, right. Okay, fine. What's a half-life? Tell me.
Like the radioactivity gets halved.
All right, all right. Which basically means the material gets halved. There's the only reason why the relative is halved is the material gets halved. Why? Because when you radioactive yourself, when carbon C4 radioactive, C4 cease to exist because it changes to something else. It changes to, let me get it straight. Nitrogen something? No, not nitrogen something. The point is C14 cease to exist and because it changes to something else. Would that be okay? So one more
Yeah.
time, the reason why the radioactive is half is because the thing is half. So now 10 gram of the sample of the timber, right? And then the reactive is 25. Just to be clear, we are assuming that this is pure C14, which is nonsense lah, but let's assume that. Never mind. Let's make it easy. This is pure, and then this is also pure C14. That makes our life easier. Okay. Yeah. Let's just do it. Okay. So now the kauri tree trunk buried in swamp means that it is very old, correct? And this living kauri is very new. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to compare the new one is 2345, the radioactivity, versus the old one is 25 times 10. I noticed that you did not times 10. I would have times 10. Do you know why?
So it's also 100 grams.
I hope that makes sense. There's a proper comparison. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
So how many halves from here to here? That's the question. How many halves? Do you understand? How many halves? That's our thinking here. How many halves? You have to give an approximation. It's not gonna be exact one, right? However, there's a background radiation, right? So let me think for a while. Is there a background radiation? They don't think no, there is no actually they're supposed to tell you background radiation and they don't. So I am going to assume that there is no background radiation, which is totally nonsense. No background radiation. Because you seem to know that there's such thing called a background radiation. They don't tell which one is. Let me think for a while. Do they actually tell? They don't. They don't tell you the background radiation. You're going to assume that there's no background radiation, okay? You're going to assume that. Because they have no way, they don't tell you in any form of shape. So one more time, Keston, you're supposed to figure out how many half from 2345 into 250. Just use your calculator. That's all you need. Once you have an approximation, tell me. Now, Eben, I can see your camera for a while already, but it's not on. If it is not on, I cannot help you.
Okay.
All right. On your camera, and then show your phone holder, right? That's all I need to see.
Okay. So, uh,
Okay, currently you're using a
okay.
selfie, good. And then just aim it. Okay, now you need both your hands, okay? You cannot use one hand, unfortunately. So I want you to maybe put your phone next to your Rubik cube. Maybe you stand it there so I can see your phone holder. You need both hands. You cannot just do this with one hand only. Okay, if you can do it, it's
Okay.
better. But maybe flip your camera or something so that you can show me your phone holder.
Okay.
Okay, Keston, if you have an answer. Yeah?
Um, Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Evan, if it's O level and you have the complete formula, sorry, not Evan, sorry, Keston, then all you have is this, no? That's all you have. If you do not have the fancier formula, okay, the fancier formula looks like this one, T half, something like that. If you have never seen this formula for that, you cannot do a very accurate one. You can only do an estimate one. I mean, he did even say approximate one, so that's it. Okay, have you ever seen this fancy formula?
Yeah,
You know this fancy formula, really?
but I don't know what's the half for.
The T half is the half-life, which is 5.7 something 0. The problem is with this guy, that guy. That's the problem. Why you have the fancy? Okay, I'm gonna help Eben first. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to ignore this question. I'm very surprised that you're supposed to know this. And do something else first, and then let me decide what to do. Okay, I'm very surprised right now. So Eben, I can see your phone holder. This is the new version, is very good one. Now, the thing is
Okay.
very sturdy. When I ask you to pull something, just pull with all your might. You cannot break it one. This thing is super sturdy. Yeah. Okay. Now, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to pull up the first and I think the first joint. The first, you grab the head, which is the white thing. You grab the head, the white thing, and then just pull it up. Don't worry about breaking it. Just pull it up. It's going to be okay. Okay. Okay, stop there. Now look at that. There's a special joint that just pop up, right? You get the special joint. The special joint, you can 90 degree in front. Just pull it 90 degree. The jaw will fall 90 degree. Yeah, okay. Now, good. Now, this is already in the correct position. The jaw is facing up, correct? And then you're right-handed. Am I right, Evan? You're right-handed.
Yeah.
By right, the phone holder is on the left, right? Then your phone can sit on top. Now, I want you to make it higher so that it doesn't hit your head. If it hits your head, it's very annoying one. Just pull it up even more so that it is no longer blocking your view and your head. Don't worry. Yeah, put it, okay, something like that. Okay, that's nice, right? Now, this is quite stable, okay? You should feel safe putting your phone on the jaw because that's what you need to do.
Oh.
Okay, don't spin the jaw. The jaw is already at the correct position. Don't spin it. It's like that. So what you need to do later after this is to take your phone and switch it to main camera. Screen up, main camera down, put it in the jaw. Okay, then we are 50% done.
You have main camera down. Okay.
Main camera down because I need the main camera. And it's in landscape mode, very good. Okay, I want the landscape mode. Put it in the jaw. The phone holder should be holding the phone, right? Okay, it should be safe, it should be solid. Right.
Oh.
Okay, just put it there first, and then we can start to fine tune stuff. The jaw can stretch one. You try stretching the jaw, it won't break one. Try stretching the jaw. You see, then you can put your phone there. Again, don't worry, everything is sturdy, and your phone will not drop.
Oh, like this?
Just put the screen up first, yeah. Screen up. Make sure the main camera is not blocked. And how come it's not facing down? By right, your camera should be looking downward. Okay. How come it looks like it's... This is not on the jaw. Yeah, the thing is not on the jaw. You must put it on the jaw. The jaw must hold the phone. Okay. So put it on the jaw. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Good.
Oh.
Okay. Is it stable now on the jaw? You can leave it nicely, right? Something like that. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit too far, so just slightly down, but it shouldn't hit your head. It should be still quite far, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can see your own video on the Zoom, right? Then you can adjust. Now let me tell you how to adjust. Okay, let me tell you how to adjust. Now here's the principle: the phone holder adjusts to you, not you. The phone holder must not disturb you. You must make him adjust to you, right? So for example, something like this. The first adjustment we make is I'm going to on my video for a while because I need to show you something. Look, currently the phone is on the phone holder with the jaw right there, correct? Something like that, correct?
Yeah.
You notice that my video is landscape, right? But your video is on portrait. So what you need to do is you need to turn the head. You need to turn the head so it becomes landscape, just how when you want to landscape your phone, you need to landscape your phone. Good. Now turn it back. See, it's already better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, the zoom can zoom one. You can pinch out. I want you to pinch out your video.
Sure.
I want you to pinch out your video. Then it becomes bigger, then I can see. If not, I cannot see.
Oh,
Okay, a bit more. A bit more, then I can read already. Just a bit more.
pinch.
Pinch out. You can definitely pinch out. Like the video, you just pinch out like that.
Pinch.
Like the screen of you must look at your own video in the Zoom and on the phone Zoom, and then you can pinch out that video. See.
Oh.
See. Now I can read already. Now I can read already. Okay. Now the last thing, I want you. Sorry, any question?
Yeah, no.
Okay, last thing is this. Your mouse must be out of the way first. Trust me, the mouse must be a bit maybe higher a bit. Okay. Now, I want you to try writing something on your paper, and you'll notice that your paper will be slanted. I want you to do that right now. Just write something first.
Okay.
For example, the advice you will give him is, okay, for example, part A, I'll tell you the answer first so that you can write something, right? The answer is, okay, so barley, the recommended pH is below 7, and soybean, the recommended pH is slightly higher. Okay, correct or not?
Okay.
So, for example, you would recommend putting some alkaline substance to increase the pH. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you write that down, and then you will notice that your hand and paper will start to slant. Now keep it that way. Okay, this is not natural at all the way you write. You want to slant your paper a little bit, correct or not? Try writing normally. Is what I'm trying to say. Just try writing normally first, right? Go ahead and try writing normally. Okay, however you want it.
Slanted.
Yeah, slanted. Good. Now. Slant until you're natural. So just continue writing until you feel the correct slant. I want you to be natural here, right? Don't worry about the slant. Okay, Keston, I'm looking at the other question. Yeah, as slant as possible, yeah? As slant as you want. Okay, just write down until it's finished, and I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, this is your typical question from your school, right? Definitely. Definitely. No. Yeah. Good. Okay, for Keston later, yeah, for the part A, I want you to apply your Fleming left hand rule. If you don't know how to apply it, I guess you gotta discuss Fleming left hand rule. Okay. Apply it, please. Yes, Keston?
I know how to do part A.
Oh, you know. Okay,
Yeah.
then you're okay. Okay, good. Okay, like Eben. So now remember the phone holder must adjust to you. So you also slant the phone holder, either slant the jaw or slant the base. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't straighten your paper. It's not natural. You must slant the phone holder, something like that. And so that it appears straight for me. Then I can see everything. Something like that. You get what I mean? Now this is very nice. If your position is natural, your phone holder can adjust to you. Now this is the principle of using the phone holder. Now, do you notice the phone holder now? Is it bothering you in any way?
Not really.
That is the appropriate setup. Okay, maybe you want to adjust a bit more, you just adjust it. Do you understand, Eben?
Okay.
Okay, that's how you use it. And now I can follow you very well. Okay, whenever I want to, I can now screenshot and put it in the Jamboard, right? So now you no longer need to write too much on your Jamboard, right? I can just put it in your Jamboard, and then you will notice that you will see your own paper, and then I can write things if I want to. You can follow lah, but you just have to write on your paper. This should just make it faster and more natural. That's what we're going to do. You go into your Jamboard first, yeah? You do stuff first. I have to address Keston a bit too long.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, is this joule heating, Keston, is that a phrase your teacher teach you?
No.
Okay. So because people, no people will say R increases, but joule heating is fine also. Uh, who are they here, Keston? Who are they? Who are they are conductors of electricity?
Grains of sand.
Grains or sand are not conductors of electricity.
No, the question says
The question is, wow, the question is so weird. But what can we do? We follow, right? Maybe it's a metallic sand, right? Who knows? So the top layer will be attracted to the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, the phrasing is a bit weird. The top layer of sand, right, will get attracted to the top plate. Am I something like that? Something like that. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Make it clearer. It's very confusing, right? And I think you just answered part 2 already. So I don't think this is very difficult for you, right? Okay. Now, that's fine. I don't think you need help in this kind of thing, right? If there is no other question, just go back to chemistry. It's fine. So Eben, this page, let me confirm, teacher haven't reached.
No, not yet.
Okay. My answer makes sense or not?
Makes sense.
How would you have taught it that way? If I never say it.
Mm, I think so. Yeah, but yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll add some details. Now the detail matters because I'm not supposed to hit the alkaline range. I'm just supposed to reduce the acidity. I mean, reducing acidity can be done by an alkaline substance, but I must say I must be in a very weak alkaline substance, and in a very small amount, in a very small or diluted amount. Okay, so that is the detail I want you to add. A very weak alkaline substance in a very small amount. Please write that down first, and then I'll tell you what's the problem. The sentence starts with add an alkaline substance, right? So an alkaline substance is not good enough. It must be a very weak alkaline substance.
Oh.
First part of the sentence. The farmer should add a very weak alkaline substance in a very small amount because the what you need is to change it in a very small way.
Okay.
Now, this seems to be a very logical answer, right? But however, this answer is inferior. It's just logical, but it's not good enough. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. The reason is because the alkaline substance is most likely not liquid. It's most likely a powder, right? Some sort of powder. There's a problem. The powder itself is alkaline. If you mix it well with the soil, the alkaline will disappear, but that's very unlikely. Most farmers will just pour the powder on top of the soil. They don't have time to mix it because the plant is already there. It's very difficult to mix it when the plant is there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Therefore, the alkaline powder will be damaging to the soybean. Because even though in average, it should still be acid, but your mixing is not good enough. It's not in the lab, you can shake everything and mix it very well. The mixing is the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this answer, even though it's logical, is not the best. I'm telling you it so that you don't choose this answer. Instead, choose a better answer. The better answer is you must use carbonates.
Okay.
Do you know what carbonates are?
Mm,
Hmm.
mm,
Do you know that carbonates react with acid?
acid plus carbon. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So therefore, when acid reacts with carbonate, the acid is reduced, correct?
Yeah.
However, carbonates are not alkaline or acid. Carbonates are neutral. So
Okay.
that's better than an alkaline substance. It still reduces the acidity, but it will not have an alkaline impact, nor will you accidentally add too much of the powder. Because when you add too much of the alkaline substance, it becomes alkaline. That's even worse for the soybean,
Mm,
right? Adding
yeah.
too much is bad. Not adding too much still have mixing problem. But the carbonate substance avoid those two problems. And therefore, you should advise the farmer to use carbonates to reduce the acidity. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah.
Since this is your note for exam, I want you to not erase the inferior answer. I want you to explain to yourself why this is an inferior answer. That's a better note.
Mm,
Understand?
okay.
Please write down the better answer and then explain to yourself why the first answer is wrong. Okay, that's your first thing. Keston, I think you are hearing me out, right? Do you understand what I'm talking about regarding the farmer, blah, blah, blah thing?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to see the question or you already know the answer?
I can see the question.
All right, I'll give it to you. I see this from time to time. I'm not sure whether teacher explained it or not. Yes, Adam?
No, nothing.
Sure. So regarding the new physics question, Keston, what's going on?
Like, I don't know how to.
Okay. Right, so blah, blah, blah. The length of wire B, okay, right. Okay, sure. All right, okay. All right, okay. So regarding this one is electricity generation. This is like the last part already, electricity generation. Now, electricity generation is not enough to use climbing left-hand rule. Electricity generation. Now, let me confirm what your teacher say to you. Does your teacher say something like this? Evan, I know the answer is correct, but I'm asking you to explain it to yourself, right? You're not answering an exam. You're making a note for yourself before the next exam. You gotta explain why carbonates is better than a very weak alkaline substance. I want you to explain that to yourself. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter your phrasing. This is a note for you, not for your, examiner. Now, for you, Keston, did they tell you something about Maxwell law or Lenz's law, that kind of thing?
Not Maxwell.
Maxwell law, is it? They tell you something about Maxwell law?
Maxwell
Correct.
law never tell.
Lenz's law have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay. Did they tell you something about flux? Your school maybe
Yeah.
tell you something. Oh, they tell you something about flux. Oh, die already. Do you know what's flux?
Like the cutting of fuel line.
Oh, you're right. Not field line, the magnetic field line.
Yeah.
It's not electric field. Okay, so I'm drawing the magnetic field line. And if I put a piece of paper here, right? And then you can imagine the flux, the field line cutting the paper, and the flux is the amount of the cut. The flux is amount of cut symbolizes by points. Okay? That really is flux, the amount of cut by a certain surface area. Okay, so far so good? Now, notice this wire forming a surface area there. Even though it's small, there is the surface area, correct or not?
Yeah.
This paper is in a very different position. The paper is in this kind of position. Think about it. Is this paper cutting any flux?
Much lesser.
No, it's zero. No flux because no cutting. I mean, it's totally in line with the field lines. How can you cut a field line like that? Did that make sense? No flux.
Yeah.
Okay. And the problem is not that. The problem is not that. The problem is moving up and down. When it is moving up and down, no change in flux. It is still 0, 0, 0. Did they tell you for electricity generation, the flux must change? It's not the amount that matters, it's whether you change or not the current. Am I making any sense right now? Right now, am I making any sense?
Yeah.
So, for example, if he does not move up and down, but he turns the paper, you suddenly have a flux because he's turning, correct or not?
Yes.
Then you have a change in flux from 0 to something. You will generate electricity that way. This guy, if you just move up and down, even though there is flux, there is no change of flux, then same problem also won't generate electricity. That's the hardest thing to understand about generation. You have to change the flux, not have flux. All that for 2 marks. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you understand, try to form a sentence. So Evan, carbonate increases alkalinity. Now, carbonates does not increase alkalinity. You're wrong.
Oh, okay.
First of all, carbonates are neutral. I want you to write it down. Carbonates are neutral. Write down somewhere here because it is relevant. You have no space, write down on top. This is important for your own notes. This is your note.
Okay.
Okay, carbonates are not alkaline. Carbonates are neutral. They are salt. Okay, you can write down on top there. Can. Any space, any space. Your teacher won't complain, right? Your teacher won't complain one. It's just
No,
between you and yourself. Between you and future you. 3 weeks from now, you'll have exam. It's between you and future you only. Make sure future you appreciate this. Carbonates are neutral, not alkaline. So your sentence, carbonate increase alkalinity, is wrong. Do you understand?
Okay.
However, since carbonate can react with acid, you write down, comma, carbonate react with acids. You know this. That means carbonate can reduce acidity. Does that make any sense? Because the acid is gone.
Okay.
Reacting with acid means the acid changes to, well, something not acid. Reducing acidity. Now, think about it, whether this makes sense here or not. Now, for you, Eben, oh, wow. Your phrasing is perfect, Aston. Any questions? No question, yeah, Keston?
Yeah. Questions.
Okay, Eben, you okay so far?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why carbonates are a better answer than a weak alkaline substance, right, is because of practical reason. I told you the 2 practical reasons. What are they?
Practical reasons for what?
For not using alkaline substance and instead use carbonate better. The reasons are 2 and they are practical. What are they?
It's gonna be too much. Is it?
Which one is too much? Who is too much?
Alkaline substance.
You can accidentally put too much. Accidentally, because cannot be precise, man. You can actually put too much, then big problem already. Correct? So far, so good. The second is, even if you don't put too much, you just put just quite nice. The second practical reason is that you cannot mix very well.
Okay.
So there will be patches of alkalinity because you don't mix very well. That is also not so good for the soybean. So you mentioned those 2 practical reasons because that is almost out of the syllabus. But if you put it there, you can understand it. You should understand it. Right? Practical reasons exist a lot in chemistry.
Okay.
Right. So put it in, and this is between you and future you. Make sure future you appreciates what you're doing. Okay, Keston, you want to talk about pattern, am I correct? There's no problem.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do part 1? Part 1 is usually the most important one. Wow, they
Yeah.
give you 1 mark. Your school is very stingy lah. Okay, let me see you do part 1. Wow, that's very stingy. Your school. Crazy. Okay, Eben, you'll notice that I cannot follow your working below. Just pull it up when you're ready.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
just pull it up
Yeah.
when you're ready. Don't worry. That's why you still have the Zoom on your laptop, because sometimes you still need to, adjust.
Hmm.
Mm. Liquid does not mix well. Oh, no. That most probably the alkaline is powder, not liquid. Again,
Oh.
that's very practical, because powder
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
spread. Liquid much harder to spread, believe it or not. Liquid is just much harder. It also goes off very quickly. Okay, usually it's powder. Okay, powder is another practical consideration of the farmer. You usually don't use liquid.
Okay.
So powder does not mix very well, right? That's the whole problem. Powder cannot mix very well. Okay, and you may add too much also. Okay, very dangerous stuff for soybean.
Okay.
If you're happy with this, I'm also quite
Okay.
okay. Remember, make sure future you appreciates what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now when you're done, that means we are slightly ahead of class. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Then let's go on to part B lah. All right, blah blah blah. Now I want you to do part B. I don't want you to worry about the search online first. I want you to discuss and suggest ways to adjust. Use your pencil. The research online one you can do later, no problem. Right? I want you to think about how to adjust the pH using your pencil so that we can correct. This is a very very medium level exam question. So I want you to think about it.
Okay. Oh, why is it?
This is the focus of your. Okay, you just put a pen in and maybe a refocus. Ah, there you go. Wait sometimes. Okay, and it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. And
Yeah, not sure what's happening here, Keston, but I think the rest is fine. This is 5. And no. What? I'm very confused right now. What's going on here? What is going on here? This is very confusing, and this is very I don't understand what I'm saying. How come you're writing something correct and then suddenly you're wrong? And this is minus supposedly. Okay, I mean this is already enough. This is already enough. If you want to go from here, you just expand. What you're writing is correct, and then it doesn't make sense. It sabos your 1 mark. Go and expand it first. Right? So, Eben, what's your idea? You tell me. What's your idea?
They have to add carbonates.
In order to
in order to raise the alkalinity level.
Okay, right now I will ask you to use the word reduce the acidity first. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, reduce the acidity. Okay. The reason why you don't use raise the alkalinity, because although it's correct, it gives the impression that you want to go to the alkaline side. But currently, corn is still on the acid side. It's just less acid. So maybe you better say less acid, if that makes sense, right? Okay.
Okay.
And so you're saying that you're going to answer in the same way as the first part. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a bad idea for now lah. Doesn't seem to be a bad idea for now. Okay. Now, that's it, lor. Okay, because you already have the wording in the first part, the second part seems to be the same. Don't bother don't bother rewriting, okay? I mean, this is for you, not for your examiner, right? Maybe you just go research online, give yourself 2 or 3 minutes, see how farmers do it, okay? It depends on how well you go and search Google lah. So give it a try.
Okay.
Right. Just to confirm, are you going to expand the quadratics?
I'm expanding up.
Okay, okay. If you're expanding, then I'll wait for it.
Hmm.
Okay. Whatever new things you may encounter, put it in lah, because they are real things from the practical world out there. And that's why we learn chemistry. After this pattern 1 Caston, we can go back to the half-life one. Then we discuss the fancy thing, right? Now, Eben, what is limestone? If you don't know what's limestone in chemical formula, you go and find it. Limestone
Ooh.
chemical formula, right?
Okay. Oh,
Okay, Caston, let me confirm that you're not expanding the quadratics. Am I correct? Because
That's expanding a quadratic.
I'm sorry. Let me confirm this. By the way, since this is 1 mark, I will actually totally avoid the quadratic and just go to n plus 3. Just saying, okay? Just saying. The quadratic is not worth the trouble. So, like this, right? You get my mean, Evan? Is that a carbonate?
yeah.
Okay, and that's why carbonates are the choice. The choice are given, the reason of the choices are already told you. Okay? Consider this practical, and therefore the highest level of knowledge in chemistry, they are very interested in your practical application. Right? So knowing the practical application of things is something that they consider to be very good. That be okay.
Okay.
So in general, Caston, if they give you 2 marks or more, I will do this lah. Let me just confirm this is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Because I'm very confused why this is an expansion. I think this is the expansion, but if you think like this, then that's enough. Okay, for 1 mark, we don't need to talk too much about it. Oh, that's so good. Ew, this is very fancy. Okay, Caston, does it mean that you know the summation formula? Oh, you know the logic. Wait, you know the logic? Oh yes, you know. No, never mind, never mind, never mind. I don't know. You don't need all that. You know the logic. You're good. You're good. Wait, what? Actually, no. How do you know this? How do you know this? Wait. Oh, sorry, Castan, would you explain your logic here? What is going on?
It's like the top part. Yeah, just keep cancelling out.
The top part you keep canceling. Oh, you know the canceling method? Wow, you're so advanced. Okay, just a minute. Okay, Eben, are you okay with this? I mean, you're done.
Yeah.
Then move on. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't wait for me. Okay, remember in this tuition, you move forward. I help you. I help you move forward. Don't wait for me. No matter what you don't know, we are ahead of class. So obviously you don't know things. Move ahead and ask questions. Okay? Don't wait for me. It's a bad habit. Okay? The habit that you learn in class lah. You wait for your teacher. I mean, okay lah. Yeah, but not here. Okay, ask your questions here if you have. Okay, you do all this, you got to decide which one you want to ask. Before that, I explain to Caston. Okay, Caston, I like your logic, very fancy. I like it. Let me confirm that this is what you're thinking about. This is what you're thinking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You are fancy, isn't it? Yeah, you're correct. It's fine. You're really fancy.
How do you explain II?
How do you explain II? Oh. Just say something like this. This is a whole number. whole number, right? Therefore, in the series. That's enough. That's what you're thinking, and just say it out, and it's enough. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, Eben, I want you to write something using pencil, of course, whatever you can. If you're wrong, I will help you. I will not scold you one. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Keston, do you want to go back to the radioactivity thing?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me confirm that you have this fancy formula, yes or no? This thing.
Yeah.
You have. So in this thing, this one is clear. This one, there is that one, given by that. No explanation given, just you can just find lambda, the decay constant, by simply doing 0.693, which is basically ln 2. This is basically ln 2, right? Over yeah. Do you understand? Now, once you do that, you can apply the formula. Would you like to apply the formula, please? You'll get a slightly better answer. If you cannot apply the formula, let me help you. I'm very surprised that you don't know this. You know this. So, Evan, write something. Yeah, write something. Let me see your thinking. Don't let me overwhelm your thinking.
Okay.
If you're wrong, it doesn't matter. If you're right, well, bonus. Oh, that's yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great, great. La, 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 la. But don't forget that there's a time here. Correct or not, Keston? You're supposed to find the time. Correct or not?
Yeah.
At this point, typing will make it very difficult. You may want to take a paper because you might need some sort of logarithm. Do you understand what I'm saying? You may
Like,
need to apply your A math.
but in like O levels, no need to do this, right?
This is totally outside the O level. This is like totally outside. This is like an A math practice. This may happen in A math. In A math, they actually will give you the formula and then expect you to apply it. Make sense or not?
Yeah.
Take it as an A math practice lah, if you want. If you want. If you don't want, it's okay. This is definitely not within O level physics. Like wait. The O level one is the half one. That's the most they will test you on. Okay, Eben, so completely ionized. So become partially ionized. Good. Now, Eben, I'm gonna ask you for the sake of future review. What's ionized?
It's like uh, I'm not
Breaking
sure.
into
Yeah.
positive and negative. Breaking
Okay.
into positive ion, and ionized always mean becoming ion, right? If that makes sense. So what kind of
Okay.
ion? Obviously a positive ion and a negative ion. You can never just become a positive ion or just a negative ion. It must be positive and negative. So far, so good?
Okay.
Now, the definition is correct. You're totally correct. What's the big deal? That's the question. What's the big deal of completely ionizing and partially ionizing? What's the big deal?
There's
page. Okay. I want to tell you the point, okay? Page 13. It is very important. I want to tell you the point. The point is HCl, they call this acid, right? They keep calling this acid. This is not acid. They keep calling it acid. The only reason why they call HCl acid is because ionizing, correct? Ionizing. This is acid. This is not acid. Let me clarify this to you. They keep saying that HCl is acid. That's actually a misnaming, but just keep doing it. The reason why HCl is acid because H plus is the acid, Cl minus is not. Give you another reason. They keep telling you that HNO3 is acid. It is not true. It is only acid because it becomes H plus and NO3 minus. NO3 minus is not acid. This one is acid. The acid thing is H plus. That's why ionizing is a big deal. It's 100% ionizing, right? Strong acid. How about weak acid? CH3COH. See, they tell you. CH3COH is not acid. They keep telling you it's weak acid. No. Again, calling them a weak acid, however, is better. This is your acid. CH3COO minus is not acid, correct? It's the negative side of things. And therefore, this is weak because only 1% does this. Calling this a strong acid makes some sense. Calling it an acid is a misunderstanding. The acid is the H plus. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you don't understand what I'm saying, the whole table doesn't make sense. If you
So,
understand what I'm saying, the table makes sense. That's your question.
So like at the lab, I saw hydrochloric acid, so it's not really acid.
But that is also not true because in reality, there is no such thing as a acid without water.
Acid.
In reality, in the lab, the HCl you're seeing is already mixed with water in reality.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is not HCl. What you're seeing is H plus and Cl minus. And that the H plus is acid lah. My point is the Cl minus is not acid, the H plus is acid, and practical point of view, there is no acid which is without water one. Every acid is always with water, and therefore every strong acid will already have ionized the moment you see it. On paper though, you can theoretically have a HCl without water. That's theoretical only. That's not acid. Theoretical only. Okay. In practice, every acid you see will have water already. So you will have the H plus. Again, my point is the acid is a H plus, not anything else. Write whatever you want, the practical side of it, the theoretical side of it, and then fill in your table. I guarantee you this is a very important concept.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, Keston, you're doing it very well, right? Standard deviation for 1 mark question. This is e-math, right, Keston? Let me just check. What you're asking is e-math, right?
Yeah.
Usually you just type in calculator and on top you already have something you can use in calculator. So on top you have something to use already. That's why it's 1 mark. What do I mean? The formula for standard deviation is actually given in the formula sheet. Okay, you have the paper, you have the formula sheet. Take a picture of the formula sheet. Can we talk about it? If you already understand, no need. If you don't understand, let me show you. Okay,
I
Evan, so far so
understand,
good.
but do you need to write any working?
Using the formula, which is why if you do not know, let me show you
No,
how
as in
to
like
use
for
the
the
formula.
1 mark questions.
I think you still have to. Now, here's the practical point of view. Keston, nobody lacks time in email. Nobody. If you're very good in math, A-math and E-math, you'll finish very fast. If you're not good in E-math for whatever reason, you also finish very fast. It's just that you don't finish everything. If that makes sense, there is nobody which is lacking time in an E-math test. Is this a
Yeah.
practical experience? Now, if that's the case, you answer as complete as you can. Doesn't matter. Why? Because in EMAT, if you want to get A1, you have to minimize your mistake. That's what you do. You just overcheck everything and make sure the question is as correct as possible because you're aiming for A1. Does that make any sense?
No.
So yeah, that's my advice. If you know it's 1 mark, don't worry about it. Only EMAT, you will over answer a 1 mark question. In other subjects, you don't over answer a 1 mark question. Only in EMAT, you do that if you think you are uncomfortable. Okay, in chemistry, please don't over answer. In physics, please don't over answer. In AMAT, there's no 1 mark question. Evan, you need an arrow for your reaction. Where's the arrow?
Oh,
Where's the arrow?
sorry.
Right, very good. Now, please indicate that the H plus is acid, yeah, for you, just for you. You don't have to do that for the examiner. For you, you need.
Okay. Mm, what does this symbol mean? Like,
Sorry. Right. So this is something that you only talk about maybe at the end or maybe at the start of year 4. This is something very important. They call it the reversible reaction. Okay, now let me explain that just a little bit, okay, because time will come. Okay, now the strong acid only have arrow from left to right. The left is no more. For the weak acid, you have 2 arrow. It simply means what it means. The reaction goes from left to right, but for some reason, the right guy can also go back to the left. So think about it for a while. Huh? For the strong acid, the right guys cannot go back to the left. Once you split, no? Okay. But on the weak acid, the right guy can decide to combine themselves and, well, become not acid because the left-hand side is not acid. By doing that, the left exists and the right exists. What? Sorry, your question?
How does it like how does it go back from 2 to 1?
Right. A very good question. That's a long answer, but the concept is worded. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Now, the way you ionize, some teacher teach you this and some teacher don't. The way to ionize is something like this. I'm drawing HNO3 in a very close way. Remember, the plus and minus are attracted to each other. What causes them to no longer attract each other? That is the question. The attraction is very strong, by the way. It's an ionic bond. Okay. Again, the question is, how come they are no longer attracted to each other? The answer is because there is an even stronger attraction. Who is that bigger, stronger attraction? It's called the water molecule. I draw for you the water molecule. It looks exactly like a Mickey Mouse. The oxygen and with 2 H's. This Mickey Mouse has a very special characteristic your teacher may or may not explain. The characteristic is the H are pluses and the O's are negative. This Mickey Mouse water molecule has positive on one side and negative on the other side. So far, so good?
Okay.
This is new. I don't blame you if you've never seen, but you have to now see why I cover the H pluses with Mickey Mouses in a totally different way than the Mickey Mouse of the NO3 minus. Look at the Mickey Mouse. It's a different orientation. Why? This is positive and this is negative. See? Negative, positive, positive, negative, 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 positive. The Mickey Mouse of NO3 minus is facing the other way. I think it's obvious why, correct?
Yeah, okay.
Now, my point is H plus and NO3 minus separate because they are now surrounded by water molecule and they prefer that. They like that. That's called ionizing in water. The water basically kidnaps them separately. That's the full ionizing. So now the weak acid. The weak acid, keeping it simple, the attraction between H plus and CH3CO minus is even stronger. So the water cannot kidnap all of them. Remember, originally, the attraction is already very strong. So the HNO3 attraction is actually weaker than the CH3COO H attraction, even stronger. And therefore, the kidnapping is less successful. This is something you learn only in year 5 if you decide to go to JC and learn chemistry. But it's not very difficult to understand, right?
Yeah.
If you like this, keep this in mind because in the end, this is outside the syllabus, right? In the end, and yet chemistry cannot be artificially bounded like that. Your chemistry teacher already know this when they construct questions or tell you certain things. It's in the back of their mind. They just cannot explain it because they feel it's outside the syllabus. I don't care. Anything that makes you understand, I explain. Doesn't matter whether it's inside the syllabus or outside. Teacher has the habit of not talking about things outside the syllabus. I can understand why lah, but let's just put it that way lah. You don't want that kind of limitation in tuition if it could make you understand. Okay. Now, if you like this explanation, and you can take my word, this is going to be useful after all, even though it's outside syllabus, you write it down for your own notes. Understand? It'll take you maybe 3 minutes. Sorry, Keston, I took the, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but how does it like go back into?
Remember, the water kidnaps, right? The water kidnaps, but as they want to kidnap, they resist because they are stronger. That's all. That's all you need to know. They cannot be kidnapped. Put it another way, they cannot be kidnapped. When you increase the water temperature, for example, the kidnapping becomes more successful because the water can be more vigorously kidnapping. Because to dissolve, it involves the water separating them. So your question is in the wrong side. The question is not that how come they come back. No. The real answer is they never separate in the first place. Water only successfully kidnaps some. The arrow backward only represents what happens when things become colder. When things become colder, the kidnapper, the water, becomes weaker. Then it comes back.
Okay.
Something like that. But in a normal temperature, when it happens, the kidnapping never happens in the first place. I'll put it that simple. It's a simplified version. I hope that makes some sense. Okay. Now, Keston, what is your question for this one? Oh, I'm very surprised that you cannot answer this. What's your question?
How do you do I?
Okay. Okay. Really, you cannot? Wait, what? Okay, let me confirm that there's a bracket here with 2. I think your 2 is inside the bracket, isn't it? Correct or not? It's not outside the bracket.
I think, yeah.
Oh, wait, that would be wrong lah. I think that's the only mistake here. The rest, your balancing is quite fine.
No, but
I think I construct a general correction with group 1 carbon. Group 1, right? This one has no collection, right? H8. So the acid is also a mono acid, right? Why don't you use M? Hello? You are. Okay, use M. The rest is correct. Use M. And by the way, it should be M. I'm gonna wait, let me think for. No. Yes. It has to be Ma2. This is plus and minus, right? It has to be Ma2. This has to be 2. Ayo, you are Keston. I expect better from you. Correct or not? If not, how do you balance the H2, for example? There's a lot more mistake in part 2 than just the word M and X. This chemical formula is wrong. The balancing is also wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand, let me explain.
Yeah.
Okay. When I erase my working, you correct it yourself, please. Part 2. Use your mouse is better. Okay, Evan, you're moving forward. Am I correct? You're moving forward. Yeah. Okay. Sure thing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're moving ahead of class. Nothing stops you from moving backward if you want to ask something. But right now, what you're asking are all very important and advanced stuff. So I'm happy.
Okay.
Do you have any problem with this one? I think last week we talked, or 2 weeks ago we talked about this, isn't it? 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. So let me confirm this, Evan. 2 weeks ago we talked about this, and your class has not even reached this part.
Yeah.
How come your voice very low in volume? How come your voice very soft?
Mm,
Don't shout, don't shout, don't shout.
I can speak louder.
Don't shout. No, don't shout, don't shout. I don't want to shout. Try again, try again.
Hello.
Okay, seems better. Okay. Now, Evan, you're not combined chemistry, right? You're pure chemistry, right?
Yeah.
The reason why the class is slow is because of practicals. Am I correct?
Yeah. I think we've
Okay,
been going.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. And practicals are important. Now, I believe with the previous knowledge, you can do the explanation. Do you think you want to try?
Okay. I can try. Yeah.
Okay, cast A, MA2. Oh, no. You are this. Oh, it is group one. I'm sorry. You are now correct. I'm wrong just now. I'm wrong. This is correct. I noticed that this group one, I didn't notice. I thought it's group two. My mistake. You're currently correct. Ah, much better. I like it. Very good test. Eh, When was this mistake tested? When did you do this mistake?
School,
No, as in when?
like last week.
Were you sleepy or tired when you're doing this?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Look. Even this one tells you that it's supposed to be two. Look. Yeah, you were sleepy, lah, I think. I believe that. Right? Okay. I think you should have been able to do this or realize this even without asking me. Okay. Right, Keston, I think highly of you, yeah. Next time, think about it. Okay? Think about it. It's okay that you asked this, but I'm just saying that I think more highly of you. Right? Okay. Go. Next question. It is true that a dilute one has fewer acid molecule. Okay, Evan, proper English, fewer acid molecules.
Oh yeah.
You probably want to say fewer like, as a comparison to the concentrated one, right? Okay, but that shouldn't be all. If you could do more.
Okay. Okay.
And they are not completely ionized. Correct. And that's why you see B. Yeah, the not completely ionized one is clearly the one that the water has failure kidnapping. Correct?
Yeah.
In fact, most of them are not kidnapped. You see that only one separates. It's a very good representation of opic acid. Most of them are not successfully kidnapped. Kidnapped means separated.
Yeah, this
Right.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, only that one and that's the other guy there. The rest are just sticking together because they're very strongly related. Okay, good for you. Okay, so I mean the C and D should be very easy already. Correct or not? Okay, now if you want to try. If you want to skip, also can. Because remember, we're not trying to be completely understanding before class. We just try to help your class, right? You can skip if you want, you can do it if you want, right? You're still new to, being ahead of class. This is already good. Aston, what is your question?
Is it just ester linkage?
Oh. It is true, and the ester linkage seems to be separated. Like if you imagine the O is here, then there's another O here lah. Correct lah. Correct. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Could you have spotted the ester linkage, during the mock paper?
yeah.
Then your answer is, because I cannot see. Your answer is the rectangle is a repeating unit. Oh no, you're explaining the poly side, not the ester side. Yeah. You probably want to explain the ester side. So it has ester linkage. I'll probably just draw this line, just to be safe. Right? I'll probably draw that. Okay, doesn't matter that this doesn't exist. This is very clear. Doesn't matter. You don't have to redraw this thing. Okay, it's okay to just do that. Okay, I'll probably just redraw. I'll probably just draw this one. Okay, I mean, no other explanation. No other explanation. Wait, are you saying that your teacher does not give you correction or discuss it? Is that why you're talking about this to me?
No, because some people still haven't submit yet.
Oh, it's an assignment thing to be done at
Yeah.
home. Oh, that's why you're doing it when you're sleepy.
No, I did it in school, and then some people didn't like submit it.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I understand. Okay, Evan, do you want me to check, or are you waiting for something?
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. If you're not waiting for me, it's fine, right? I don't want you to wait for me. Either call me or just move ahead, lah, right? Okay, because you will receive the correction anyway tomorrow. Today's correction is if I feel the concept is too off, lah, too off, right? Uh, okay, Gaston. All right. There's another question here. I'll make it bigger. Ouch, 3 marks are gone. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, wow, you convert it to mole instead. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, what? Yeah, so the issue is with your method, Castor, is that of course, you are not very wrong, but there's a range here. And therefore, the aluminium also has a range. The way you put it is that you eliminate the range. I'm not sure I'm very comfortable with that, even though I can understand what you're doing, but I feel not comfortable with you eliminating the range. You convert from range into no range. Okay? That's the first thing that I'm comfortable here. It's a conceptual problem. The second one is a practical problem. You do three things compared to just doing one thing. I would go here because practically this is just one thing. You go and do three things. Is that a good thing or not? I think that's slightly more of a waste of time. I think in chemistry, you want to take the shorter route. Okay, so one conceptual problem, you're eliminating the range. Secondly, you are dealing with not one, but three. If you deal with the 2 mole, it become gram, you deal with one thing, which is more practical, and you also deal with no ranges, which is again also nicer. Am I making any sense, Justin?
Yes.
Why don't you do that direction and give it a try? Okay, I want to say it's not that hard. Okay, I think you have the capability, just that you choose a very weird way of doing it. Okay, Eben. All right. So is that the last page? Was that the last page?
Second last. Then the last page
Second
is
one. Sure. Is
a
there a
lab
question?
lab
Oh, a lab
activity.
activity.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You have 9 minutes. You can do whatever you want. Okay, in the past, in the future, whatever. Okay. You want to clarify
Okay.
something? Can, right? Can. Okay, I'm happy with
Okay.
your progress. Okay. Remember, this only means you will receive even more understanding in the class. It's not that you can ignore the class. You should still check your answer, check your concept, and whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Back then, I kind of give you a promise. If you go advanced, faster than the class, with me, at least with me, you'll find the class to be more useful or feels better. But is that really true or not? Is that what you experienced last week?
Think so. I just feel a little more bored in class.
Because you understand quite a lot already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
Which is probably not a bad thing, right? But this time in this worksheet, everything is more advanced. Okay, it's just a more advanced version of what you're learning. Let's see whether it's still true or not. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. Now,
Okay.
if you don't have anything else to do, I want to talk about the oxide one. That's even more advanced, but I know that's important. So if you don't mind, we just do that worksheet now. Okay.
Oxide one?
The oxide one. I see you have a worksheet on oxide.
Oh yeah. Haven't
All right. So
started. Yeah.
that's even fast. That's even further, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, I think
Yeah. But I think we want to talk about this. I think we want to talk about this. It's okay. You can do this anyway. So there's no harm. Okay. Let's just move on. Let's just move on and do this.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I try answering this question?
yes. Simply try. Simply. Those I already see the question and I know those things are useful. Okay, Caston. Okay, Caston, this is master iron plus silicon. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Oh, you present. Oh, wait. You choose Y. So that's not. And no, I think before you conclude Y, I think you have to -8 first. Did that make sense? Maybe you -7, -8, or -6. I don't know whether it makes sense or not. You got to do that minus, and then you conclude it based on the range of silicon. I think you cannot just jump from here to here. This is too much of a jump. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe add one more step regarding the minusing. If you -7, you won't get X. Yeah, correct. If you -6, you won't get Z. Yeah, okay lah. So if you minus 8. So maybe now you do 3 row, minus 7, minus 8, minus 6, minus 7, A not X, minus 6, A not Z, minus 8, A, Y, yay, you know, something like that. Something like that. If you want to be safe in your 3 mark, this one you can do 3 lah. That's fine. Much easier also. You preserve the range.
I'm not sure what this.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
pH. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's so weird. This is the first thing they talk about, really. This is the first thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, the simple answer is everybody is assumed to have the same concentration. But
Oh.
why does that make sense? Because concentration can change pH. So let's say you have a strong acid, right? Let's say what's the diagram say? Who is the strong acid? The strong acid, this one? I cannot because I cannot read it. Liquid?
Oh yeah, a liquid in car battery.
Okay, a liquid in car battery, whatever that is. I know that's a sulfuric acid. Sulfuric
Okay.
acid is considered strong. Okay, sure, and high pH. But pH depends on the concentration of H plus because H plus is the acid, right? So I can basically lower the concentration by simply diluting it. So even though it started as a strong acid because there's so many H pluses, if I dilute it, it will become a lower pH, if that makes some sense. So the assumption of all this diagram is correct only when you have the same concentration throughout. That means the same concentration of the original thing. The sulfuric acid is concentration A. The citric acid also concentration A. Both will produce different concentration of H plus because both dissociates a bit differently. Both ionizes differently. So even though you start with the same concentration, you get a different H plus concentration. Am I making any sense right now? Because pH depends on the concentration. I'm very surprised that they expect you to know this. I don't think you're supposed to know that. No idea. You have never.
I don't really get it.
Oh wow. Okay. Like this. We are two-way advanced. Just write 2 things for me. Your teacher's job is to explain, and then I'll see what happened. I don't think this is something that is too much detail already, right? So write down these 2 things for me, and then you wait for your teacher. pH depends on concentration of H plus. Write it down.
Okay.
Okay, good, Keston. Okay, much shorter, and of course you have the ability to answer it, right? Okay, it depends on the concentration of the H plus.
Okay.
And then the assumption here is, that's not the assumption, okay? This is the knowledge that you're supposed to know. With your understanding of pH and concentration, this is the understanding. Since you don't know yet, I tell you. Now the assumption is every substance start with the same concentration. Okay? Every substance start with the same concentration of the substance. Therefore, producing different amount of H's.
Every substance.
And start with the same concentration bracket of the substance.
Okay.
Okay. Therefore, everybody provides different result of H plus because they ionize differently. That's why strong and weak. Okay, that's my short explanation. Let's see what the teachers say. I'm gonna read that question. Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. Because this is okay, but I hope you will write one is C3 and one is C4. You must mention that, Keston. That's the main thing. You learned that from last time. What? The chains are of a very similar length. Fancy words. The general formula is fine. But you can have the same general formula and totally different length, C5 and C20. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
This is C5, C3, and C4. You better mention that. And by the way, they don't. No, they. No, propane does not. Let me check. That's butane leaf and gas. No, let me check first. I might be wrong. Butane fractionate. Let me check first. Let me check. I might be wrong.
It's from the question.
Oh, it does that. Okay, then I'm wrong.
It's like
I'm
my
totally wrong.
question.
Yeah. I'm totally wrong. Then that's fine. But still, you have to mention the C3, C4, the same version. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. You gotta mention that. They're waiting for it. Okay, Evan, it's 9 o'clock, and Keston is 9 o'clock. Any final question, Evan?
No questions.
I want you to finish that reaction. Finish that reaction.
Okay.
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 Keston, any final questions? Okay, Keston, today your questions are, less hard, easier than usual, or more variety, obviously. But it's good to do this sometimes because it takes care of the basics. Too much difficult things, sometimes we forget the basics. For example, the last question, I feel is not a difficult thing. You stick with certain basics. You basically do not do it in the most basic way, I'll say. The last question is the range one. I feel that the way you do it, the second one, is even more basic, which is a very good thing. So today I like that you're covering certain small details, fixing all the basics, right? I know your school is a very hard school, they give you a lot of challenges. So yeah, sometimes basics are good. Now, if there is nothing else, I'll see you next week. Good. CA is how many plus, Eben?
What?
CA is how many plus? Okay, right. So you're gonna write down below CaCO3, below. Okay. Please remind yourself, CO3 is 2 minus. Write that down. And Ca is 2 plus. Remind yourself. Below the CaCO3, just write down Ca2 plus, CO3 2 minus. Okay, go ahead. 2 minus is the charge. Now remind yourself that HCl is H plus and Cl minus. Also important. So why is this important? Because when you try to write down CaCl, Ca is 2 plus, Cl is minus. What's the effect? Don't tell me CaCl. Don't tell me that. Two. Yes, CaCl2. Chemical formula must be CaCl2. You don't memorize, you understand this. If you don't understand this, or you think you should memorize this, you're in for a big trouble. The understanding is as simple as Ca2 plus, Cl minus. Oh yeah, CaCl2 lah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like you cross the
I mean,
okay.
2 plus cannot exist with 1 minus, right? It has to exist with 2 minus also lah, right? Okay. Okay. Then plus what? Come on, plus one. Come on.
Plus H.
It's H plus and CO3 2 minus, right?
Yeah.
So
H.
Come on, it's H plus and CO3 2 minus. Come on.
H2.
Yeah, H2 because you need 2 plus, right? Hey. 2 is below.
Oh no. Yeah. H2.
Where's the CO3? You okay? H2 CO3. Right? That's why HCO3 doesn't exist. That's why. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now H2CA3 is cowardly. Remember, it's cowardly. For you that 2 weeks ago. So therefore, whenever H2CO3 is formed, he immediately exits, right? becomes what?
E,
H2CO3 immediately becomes, because he's cowardly,
water and
H2O and CO2. And that's why in the
yeah.
final reaction, you don't write H2CO3, you just write H2O and CO2, because that's what happened. Do you understand? For your information though, I want you to write H2CO3 and then immediately change it to H2O CO2. That's how you remember. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. In the end, I still want you to write it down for your information.
Is this just for H2CO3? Is it
Yeah, remember
is
the cowardly acid, you are introduced to one cowardly acid in CO2. Hello, CO2.
oh
CO2. Yeah, you only introduced to one cowardly acid in O level and one cowardly base, the NH4OH. You'll see them later. Now, please write down for your information. Those two things were actually H2CO3. Don't forget, for your information. Okay. Please notice
okay.
that this is the carbonate neutralizing the acid, just like what we talked about in the fertilizer thing. Please notice that. We are still
Okay.
talking about the same thing, right? Okay.
Okay.
Good, Eben. So I can tell you that your worksheet is very good. That one I can tell you. Doing your worksheet is definitely a very good way to increase your understanding, even if you have to do it with me. As long as you don't do it near exam, as long as you do it ahead of class, things are going to be okay. That one I can guarantee you. So one more time, maybe your teacher are not very good in teaching. Maybe that's true. Okay, maybe the class is not very interactive. Maybe that's true also. But your worksheet is very good. If your worksheet is very good and you understand it, you stand a very good chance to practice difficult questions. Your exam will be better. That's the rule. After you do your worksheet well, we immediately see some exam questions. Not today, maybe tomorrow. And maybe next time. Okay, so continue working your worksheet. Okay, next time we'll do it or we'll do exam. Good job. Okay, Eben, I'll see you next week. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oke, Ritzel, halo, bisa dengar?
Bisa.
Oke, hari ini kimia ya.
Iya.
Kimianya juga yang ini masih agak awal-awal, tapi perasaan Ritzel gimana? Apakah ini sangat berbeda dari yang Ritzel pelajari?
Ada belajar tapi bukan teorinya.
Bukan teori ya, maksudnya gimana tuh Ritzel?
Kayak pH gitu tapi yang hitungan.
Berarti udah masuk hitungan pH, konsentrasi H+, kira-kira begitu?
Udah.
Berarti kan lebih maju dari yang ini ya, benar nggak sih?
Iya.
Ini kan lebih dasar ya, karena memang mereka yang ini baru mulai. Mereka baru mulai belajar soal asam, basa, pH. Terus mereka itu di level mereka nggak ngomong soal formulanya, yang pakai logaritme kan, pakai logaritme konsentrasi H+,
Iya.
betul ya? Nah, itu. Jadi kalau gitu seharusnya Fang merasa yang hari ini, Rizal merasa yang hari ini cukup bisa dimengerti dong.
Bisa, ya.
Oke, good. Belum masuk ke pertanyaan soalnya. Ini kan kayak buku cetak mereka, cuma mereka pakainya dari gurunya, nggak pakai buku cetak. Mereka kayak ngisi apa. Pokoknya mereka ini masih lagi belajar, belum latihan lah kayak gitu.
Ya.
Nah, jadi mungkin untuk hari ini ya, Rizal bisa merasa, benar kan, Rizal belajarnya lebih maju dari mereka. Karena memang sebenarnya seharusnya begitu. Kan Rizal SMA 3. Seharusnya lebih maju dari mereka. Cuma mungkin soalnya, mereka susah banget. Walaupun sebenarnya pelajarannya sih nggak susah amat kok. Soalnya aja agak susah. Gitu. Jadi mungkin itu agak yang nggak terbiasa itu jenis soal. Bukan pelajarannya sendiri. Ya, jadi semoga Rizal merasa cukup happy lah hari ini. Oke?
Oke.
Kalau besok ketemu lagi, I'll see you tomorrow. Oke?
Oke, bye. Ya.